Getting better. It's getting better.
Yeah. Hey, man. It's episode motherfucking 20. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the Nuwave Shop Talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm the host, Dina Boy Juice. And today, we got my boy to my left.
Man, Pasadena Sean SD is all the same.
And we got my girl, Nia. Introduce yourself.
Hello, Nia Southern Wind.
Hey, man. We got a special guest today, you guys. We got my boy, Jason. Introduce yourself, my guy.
Jason, that's who I am, but a.k.a. Jason Hardin.
Yes, sir.
a.k.a. Hardway Enterprise, Made in Dina Magazine.
Oh, man, everything.
All kind of different things we represent over here, but
Sir.
it's all one neighborhood, it's all one love, it's all one community, and I'm here to have fun with y'all.
Oh,
Yes,
man,
sir.
that's what's up, man. So, yeah, man, this episode 20, man. Can we get a quick little cheers, man, for the episode?
20th episode already.
20,
Wow,
You
man.
feel me?
I
We just
appreciate
been
that.
pushing it, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it.
Inspirational brothers, man.
Air cheers to you, my
And
girl.
sisters.
Yes.
Air cheers. You got to say that or it don't count.
Yeah, you got to say it or it don't count, man. You know what it is.
Man.
So, man, we finally got you in the motherfucking building.
Snap. I
You know
can
what I'm
act
saying?
up. I can act up.
Yeah, you can act up, man. This is a safe space.
I love
You
it.
feel
I
me?
love
This
it.
is a safe space, man. You know, we know you got the podcast going on. What's the name of your podcast?
Life of a Boss, the podcast, you know, it's all about personal development and
Right.
in the realest way. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the only thing standing between us and what we want is a better version of us and
Right.
becoming that
Right
motherfucker,
there.
you know?
Exactly, man.
And that's a never-ending process. So even if you got it all or you don't got it all, personal development is for you.
Yeah, it's always room for growth.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Always
Absolutely.
room for growth, man. Yeah, I like your podcast, man, because you have a lot of entrepreneurs on there, man.
Thank you.
You know what I
Thank
mean? Seen the cat with the water. That was real inspirational.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really? KJ,
yeah,
KJ.
that was real inspirational,
Kenny James
bro.
Jr., man.
Because, you don't never see, like, you drinking water and shit, you don't never see a black label on some water.
Absolutely.
So when I seen that, I was like, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's dope.
And he's in stores
Yeah.
locally too. Like you
Right.
can actually go buy his water from 7-Eleven.
Oh, shit,
cool.
man, that's dope as fuck, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap in and check
It's
that
solid
out.
water, man. The brother's name is Kenny James. It's solid water. I'm glad you asked because they wouldn't don't say shit. You know?
I'm all for black.
Well, I talked about it.
I love it that you brought it up. I'm glad.
I expect you
We
to
work
plug it.
together. We work together.
You know what I'm saying? Use the word beating around the bush, give
Yeah.
the nigga name and all of that.
Yeah.
Like, shit, how you gonna name?
Yeah, solid water, man. Get there, check it out, man. If you're in the Dina area, 10 stores. If you're not in the Dina area, man, look it up online, and it's solid water, and all the letters and water ain't there. It's no vowels, so WTR, solidwtr.com, I believe.
Dig that.
Okay. Shit, we got my boy just walking to the building. You ready to hop on or
Smell
not?
shit
He
here
got
and
his
there.
shirt. He got his shirt.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Any camera ready, you feel me?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we got my
I'm chill,
boy
I'm good right
Swaggy. Introduce yourself,
Swaggy
man.
D's in the building, my
Yeah,
people. What's
man.
up? What's going on?
Swaggy D.
He was outside. He was here, y'all. He was just outside conducting a little business.
Making
You know,
billionaire
saying?
moves.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Making shit happen, but, niggas outside for like 2 hours. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, my bad, man.
Now he a guest
You
on
know,
his own
What's
show.
going with all this
man.
Laker stuff on, man? You're supposed to be on some Clipper gear.
Oh, man, stop it. This nigga been listening to Stephen A. Smith today. Y'all niggas is rowdy today. You feel me? Stephen A. said y'all better than the Lakers.
Yep.
Clipper Darrell, you done shared the shit. That's crazy. Fuck the Clippers.
Clippers,
Every time.
girl.
This is a debate that
It's
it's
ongoing.
ongoing. It's proven. Till you motherfuckers win something, then come talk to me.
Shit, I just
hear
said
you.
get to the finals. Y'all get to the finals,
Just
I
win
respect
something.
it.
Win
You
something.
know, y'all
Conference,
taking, y'all
something.
taking those baby steps. You know what I'm
Win
saying?
something. That's right. You got Jason Hardin in the building.
Jason
right,
is
man.
in the motherfucking
Swaggy D,
building.
man.
About time came through and been on the show.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't talk no sports. I don't know any sports. Like, so when y'all go there, like,
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna just listen.
we just gonna talk
I
some
don't
shit
watch
for a
shit.
second.
You know, I
Yeah.
love golf. I don't watch golf to save my life, so I don't watch shit.
But you
I
play
love the
golf.
Niners. Yeah, I know. I
you
can
play
play,
golf.
man.
Love the Niners, but
I
you
can't
don't
watch
watch 'em?
another motherfucker do shit. Put it that way. You know, I gotta be out there doing it or planning on doing it, and like it don't thrill me. You know.
I feel you, man. So tell us a couple of things you got going right now.
Oh,
I know you
man.
got the podcast, Life of a Boss.
Okay, we got the podcast going. We got a whole podcast workshop teaching other brothers to be out here doing what you do, creating a platform, you know, being a voice in their community, in their industry, in their space, setting themselves up as a boss in their industry, you know what I'm saying, and as an authority. So I think that
And
the
that's
podcast
this
is
Saturday.
booming. Yeah,
That's this
that's
Saturday,
actually
right?
next Saturday. No.
Next Saturday, okay.
Next
for
Saturday,
sure.
the 27th. If you guys are around at the Southern California area, man, check it out. Life of a Boss. .net will have the information. HardwareEnterprise.com. Check it out on Facebook. And yeah, the podcast, I think it's a booming industry, as you guys can
Yeah,
see.
it is.
It's all about getting your story told and setting the narrative, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Getting your point of
And
view out
we
there.
helping folks do that, and that's where we're at right now. You know, as well as the T-shirts and whatnot. We also have the T-shirt workshops going.
You was doing something recently. I seen online. You were
Cooking.
cooking, but no, he was what was it, man? I'm sorry. You do so many things.
Yeah, he
You
does.
do so many
Thank
things.
you, bud.
I ain't gonna lie, but y'all did the backpack drive not too long ago, didn't y'all?
Oh
Wasn't
yeah,
that you and your people?
that was my boy Steve.
Yes, sir.
He runs the alumni program at the Boys and Girls Club. They gave away so many backpacks as they do every year. You know, we can't have enough of those services and those products being given out to these, you know, youngsters and struggling families and kids that need it. I wish I had a backpack. I had the cheapest backpacks growing up, man. My shit would rip, and then I'd have tape and shit. I went to school.
Back
That
at
shit,
Kmart
man.
and get another one. and
Hell
shit.
yeah. I couldn't get another
It
one.
wasn't that
That was
easy.
expensive.
Yeah, it
No,
wasn't-
that's what I'm
it
saying. You
wasn't
said
that
get another one. Damn.
It wasn't that easy.
You was rich.
I used to have that problem too.
This
Books was
motherfucker was
heavy.
rich,
Look,
man. Dina
books
Boy
was
Juice.
heavy.
Yeah.
Backpack was cheap.
Man.
Man, hey,
Backpack
Jan
was
Sport
always
shit.
split.
I never had a Jan Sport.
Oh,
Leather
man.
bottom, man. That was.
in high school, I had to have one. I would go without clothes just to get a fucking JanSport. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, playing basketball. You got a basketball bag. That motherfucker was nice.
I never
You used to
seen.
get that from the school though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got that basketball bag. So
That's
if you
in high
didn't have a
school.
backpack,
I couldn't play sports until that shit was free.
oh man, if you were talking about like first to fifth grade, nigga, I didn't have no backpack. I carried my books.
Yeah.
And I lived in Wisconsin and Atlanta, nigga. It's cold as
Carried
fuck
my
and
books.
raining.
Yeah, I didn't know
So
that.
I'm carrying books,
yeah.
nigga.
I did.
Yeah, nigga, you had more money than me.
Wisconsin?
Yeah. You had a backpack and I didn't.
Wisconsin,
Shit.
wow!
Yeah.
I never knew that, man. See, you go on a brother show, you learn something.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man.
I lived in Milwaukee, man, from like 78 to like 86. Yeah, and then I went back to Atlanta. I was born in Atlanta, and then I went to back to Milwaukee. My mom and dad split up, so you know what I'm saying. I went back to Milwaukee because my grandmother was out there. We stayed out there till I was in like 4th or 5th grade. Then I went to Atlanta and stayed with my dad till I came to Cali. You know what I'm saying? In '91. So yeah,
Okay,
man.
okay, so this Dina shit came a little later
Yeah,
in
Dina
your
shit
life.
came in '91. Yeah, I've been out here
yeah.
31 years now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
So it's
awesome,
like I
brother.
was really
yeah.
raised out
yeah.
here now.
Yeah. So you got some of that east and down south blood.
Midwest, all that.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
that.
You
So
got
I
a
know
little
it's-
different vibe too. I appreciate that too.
Sure,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
So I know it's dangerous everywhere. That's the main thing I know, nigga. It's dangerous
right.
everywhere.
Yes, it is.
I can
It's a
believe
hood.
that.
It's a hood everywhere you go.
Man, no matter where you go, man. So yeah, man, tell us a little more about not the workshop, but I know
That's
you're
what
doing.
I'm talking about the workshop.
Oh, okay, you're doing culinary arts too.
Oh yeah. You know what? I just got hired as a private chef.
Wow.
You know, and I'm not gonna lie, cooking isn't new to me. You know, I've enjoyed it since I was a youngster. You know, my mother was always in the kitchen. You know, making some good stuff. She was like the first chef I ever knew in life, and she would always teach me and tell me what she's doing, and she was just a natural in the kitchen. She's Filipino, so
Okay.
I learned how to make, you know, fried chicken and lumpia and all that good stuff early. You know, I got to see it early, so that kind of gave me my my love for it, and then I just love good food, you know.
Right.
And so I
Should be looking good. I be looking at the pictures like, damn.
yeah, I love taking pictures of stuff too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a
you was in here
foodie.
taking
I'm a
pictures,
foodie.
period. So
Yeah. I'll be taking pictures of food that I order. You know, if it looks good, like ooh, you know, that's art. You know, and I think it's another way to express myself. Just like any art. Just like when I make a T-shirt, when I make a plate, it's the same thing. It's not just cooking. It's how that shit look on the plate. You know that all that shit's important to me.
So
All that shit is.
You the nigga at the restaurant before the food comes.
Put the
Like,
garnishes
hold up,
on.
baby. Hold up.
Oh, I'm him. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. She be wanting to eat. She forget.
No, don't touch it. Don't touch
man.
it. Yeah, man.
That's how mine is.
You know, sometimes it's
Wanna
good and you
take
eat
the
the shit
picture
before you
all
take
the
a
time.
picture.
Yeah, it is. And then you be like, damn, I should have took a picture. Fuck
Motherfucker.
it. You got 2 bites out of it. Fuck it. It was good.
Turn it around.
Pressure.
Oh shit! Oh man, you catfishing the picture.
Man.
He talking about turning it around. Oh shit, that's funny. Hell yeah, but shit on some serious shit, bro. You done got married on the niggas.
Man.
All that, you know.
I think married life is wonderful. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of them brothers like, you know, when I wasn't married, I'd be like, man, somebody tell me they're getting married. Like, y'all stupid, man.
Right,
you know,
right,
man, you better, shit, you done. But now that I'm married, I'm like, man, y'all should get married.
Right.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
was talking before about now you got some help.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, I think, but that's what the marriage is about. It's supposed to be a team,
Right.
you know, and it's supposed to be teamwork.
Okay.
And if there's no teamwork, what is it? You know, if we're and it's also supposed to be us doing shit beyond kicking it, you know,
Right.
and beyond hanging out. Like, what is the relationship beyond hanging out?
Right.
You know, like beyond going out and dating and do y'all do anything together? You know, do y'all build anything outside of work together, outside of your family together? And I think that I've been lucky and fortunate to not just find someone who supports what I do outside of work, because I wasn't working full time when I met her. So she supported my grind, my hustle, my businesses, and she would always pour into that. And that was just as my woman before she was my fiance.
Yeah,
you know,
that's important.
It is, and
That's
I think
important.
the title, what it did is solidified her bet. You know what I'm saying? She bet on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
you know she got your
she
back
really
behind it.
poured into me, and not just finances and whatnot, because that don't even matter. But she poured. She got a desk next to mine in my office. Like, but when she's there, she puts in work. She helps me get sponsors and things like that, and she helps me organize shit. But what it is, it's like we become a team, and I want her to know that no matter what happens, you getting credit. You know what I'm saying? And I think if somebody's worthy of
she's
that
a part
title,
of
you
you.
give it to them.
Yeah.
And then I know we fast forward and going through that brain surgery I just recently went through. It really put things in perspective. Like, damn, I ain't got forever.
Right.
I don't know when shit gonna get
That
taken
put
from
life
me.
in-
You know, I
that
don't know
put
when
it
all
all
this
in
shit is going.
perspective, like, oh,
Hell
shit,
yeah.
I could be out of here.
At any moment, man, and it was shit I couldn't prevent. It was shit that it wasn't if I was eating better or living better. It was
Right.
just motherfucking like random shit, nigga. Shit just started developing in my cerebellum, and functions just shut down and shit. I couldn't speak right, my balance was off and all that shit. And she was there through all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So coming out of that, I kind of like decided to move the wedding up. Like, man, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, I'm not gonna be here forever. I'm hoping I got some time, and I'm happy that I got these. Like, as soon as I had the surgery, the shit was gone. The pressure and the tension that I felt was gone. So it was like off top. Like, even with the shit still hooked up in my head and the wires and the tubes off top, I was like, oh my man, a million, bro. I was so happy. I'm like, damn,
right.
we could have
That's a
went
blessing.
anyway. Couldn't even woke up. You know, I could have not woke up. So just to like wake up and not even feel it, like immediately that shit was gone. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And
And then
I-
you wake up and your woman right there by your side.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that lets you know, like, shit, this is the one. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying? If you had
exactly.
any doubts before that,
Man,
it was over.
for real,
Yeah.
and being able to not just that, but I couldn't have got released from the hospital unless I got released to some care,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
and that's when she let me, you know, they invited me to come to her house, you
Right.
know, and we wasn't really like we wasn't married then. You know what I'm saying? That's just like pretty much your boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And but I was able to recover there because there was people that could take care of me. I wasn't able to get up and get around and shit. So it was because of like that little period of the recovery that made me feel like she gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That she was there, that it was serious, that it was real.
Well, there's nothing like that, man. You feel the love, you feel the appreciation they have for you, and then they taking care of you and helping you get back to how you are.
Man.
You know
Absolutely,
what I'm saying?
man.
Because shit, you know, motherfucker, you can find a broad on the street that'll help you come and make some money because they want some.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying? But when
exactly.
somebody helping you reach your dream,
Yeah,
you're like, oh,
yeah.
okay,
Them
shit.
other
this
little
motherfucker,
pieces, them
yeah.
other
That's
little
another
pieces,
level
man.
of the game.
Especially
And
when you
it
ain't
does.
making no money. You know
Hell
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Not saying you're not, but I'm just saying. When
Oh.
they don't know if you're going to make it. And they like, shit, I'm right here with you, baby. I know your dream. You can do this. You
Absolutely.
know, you getting the sponsors and
Absolutely.
shit. And that's dope as fuck.
Absolutely.
That is dope as fuck, bro. That is dope, man. So shit, you got a lot of shit going on, man. I still go back and listen to the Squad Goals.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Y'all
that's
still
dope.
doing that, or?
You know what? That's on hiatus only because that's some shit I don't do by myself.
Right.
You know, some things that I can do by myself, I can move at a certain speed. But,
Uh-huh.
you know, other things that take teamwork, man, we have to move at the speed of the team. You
Right,
know,
right.
so certain things like that. We're gonna bring that back. You know, just because it's dope and we just busy. You know, and we all do different things at different times. And recently we was all together in the studio, me and the squad, that being Mike Towns and Steven Steve.
Uh-huh.
It's like, that's even rare. For us to all be at the office at the same time,
Right.
to just be able to just work and do us,
Yeah,
it's
for
like,
sure.
it's rare, but it's...
shit. Life.
So coming together to do the podcast and just do our own shit
Right.
at the same space
real.
is also rare.
For
you
those
know?
that don't know, Squad Goals is another podcast that my guy hosts with Mike Towns and Steven Sneed.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's a dope podcast. It's on Spotify and all that. So if y'all want to check that out, well, check that out. Shit, is it on YouTube too?
Yeah, some
Okay,
episodes
'cause
on
I just
YouTube.
listen to it. I don't view it. I just listen to it.
Okay, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I seen it on Facebook and shit like that when y'all go live. But
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? That shit is a memory and it's gonna be there. You know what I mean?
Always,
Yeah,
forever,
yeah,
forever.
For sure, man.
And what it's about like brothers doing what you're doing. It's all about winning as a team.
Yeah.
Because like when I was young, I didn't have mentors. Like I wasn't gravitating towards mentors and towards adults. You know, we came up in that. I guess if you're my age, came up in that crack generation, and there was a
And you
bunch
was
of
basically raising yourself. You was out
yeah.
on the streets
There was
all
a bunch
day.
of adults that we respected, that we looked up to, and if you didn't have those in the family, you know what I'm
Right.
saying. So we was left to fend for ourselves and figure it out for ourselves.
Let me
You know,
ask you a
so-
question.
What up?
What motivates you to continue to do the things that you do? The multiple hustles, the running for mayor, and different things like that. What motivates you?
I think freedom, like being able to experience things that maybe I've only fantasized about in those moments and being in those moments, like even moments like this, doing an interview with y'all, you know, it's like moments like this is just like wow, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this moment in time doing this, and I've experienced some great those. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
There's been plenty of times where I'm like, damn, I would have never imagined.
Man,
You know, I fantasize,
yeah.
but I don't know how the hell I would have got here.
Right.
And sometimes I still don't know how the hell I got here.
Right.
You know, but the there part is something that I always fantasized about. I always knew how I wanted to be. Like I always wanted to dress a certain way. I always wanted to be approached a certain way. I always wanted to be respected a certain way. And I knew, like, between here and there, I figured that shit out.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is that keeps me experiencing shit and trying new shit and going out there and really not being scared, you know, and standing in my own way.
It's funny because we were talking earlier, and you know, me and you, we got a long history, you know, a lot of good memories, a lot of great things, you know, sharing food to you know, splitting nickels,
That'd be the ultimate
nickel sacks.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know we've been together for years. I remember I used to live on the east side on Washington. You remember that? Right before my son was born. And we was at the house and we was cooking and we was chopping it up. And you know, it's just funny, you know, to see your maturation, and I'm just really proud of you as a brother. You know, somebody who's known you for 20 plus. To see your grind and see the things that you do and how you grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Like what you put it. Appreciate it. And it's likewise, you know, because I know you're a brother that's about your hustle, your game. You've always been about your business. You know, you got your degrees, you got your career, you know.
I don't got no degree, but I got a hell of a career.
Well, shit, yeah. Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is you got those positions and always had those grinds and those jobs and those positions of respect in the neighborhood and in the professional world. And that's what I always see as a boss. You know, everybody here that pretty much moves at their own pace and do shit on their own terms is what I define as a boss. You know,
Sometimes.
And to be the best that, you know, whatever that is, to be all in and become a better that is what I'm all about.
Yes,
so
sir.
I respect everybody doing their shit to the
I
fullest.
like that, better that.
Yeah, whatever that is, you know, because I
whatever
can't
that
define what that is for nobody, you know.
You
You
be
gotta
good
find
at
that
whatever
shit.
it is you're doing.
Yeah.
So I want to get a little deeper into what he was saying. What made you run for mayor of Pasadena? Were you tired of seeing the things the way that they were going, and you was like, nah, the community needs somebody from the community, because most of the mayors that come to Pasadena, they're not fucking Pasadenaans. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what made you want to be a mayor? Were you just like, oh, I'm gonna run and I don't think I'm gonna win, or what? You know, I know you was out there fucking trying to really win. You wasn't just out there like, nigga, I'm a candidate and that's it. You was out there really trying to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what made you say, wait, man, I'm about to run for mayor? You know, cause shit, you was in 3-piece suits and nigga looking like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
looking
buddy.
like money out there. You know what I mean?
I believe, thinking about it now, man, like really the truth is, whenever I feel complacent, you know, whenever I feel things ain't what they could be, things ain't what they should be, I'm not what I could be, I'm not what I should be, I'm not where I need to be, you know, the people closest to me ain't where they need to be.
Right.
Every time I feel that way and I feel like I'm not doing enough, and no matter how things are going, it's like those are the moments where I feel like I have to challenge myself.
Okay.
I have to throw myself into a challenge. And at that moment, I was playing golf like 6 days a week.
Right.
Everything was like,
So
you know,
was rubbing shoulders.
yeah, I was on my grind. You know,
Yeah,
everything was
yeah.
fine. I didn't have to worry about shit. Or at least I didn't think I did.
Right.
But one thing that came across my mind while I was out there in the golf course is like, damn, I'm out here alone. Like, my boys ain't with me. My girl ain't with me. I don't even have like a real girl and a real woman at that point. Like, so shit ain't really where it's supposed to be. And and I must not supposed to be here as much as I am. You know, because though everything seems fine, I'm enjoying myself. This is not it. This ain't enough. You know, because I don't even have the money that I want coming in right now. Like, so it's like, what should I be doing? And then. Another thing that kind of affected that decision is a few months before that candidacy came up and opened, that mayoral one became open, we did the ball at City Hall.
Right.
The Dina magazine threw this charity ball at Pasadena City Hall, and that was, some people would have thought that was impossible to put off, because it was a beautiful event. I've never seen anything like it since. It was the only time I've ever seen rap performances and dance floors and cocktail tables and sofas and all in the middle of the Pasadena City Hall courtyard. You know, I've never seen the food displayed like that, and the cordon bleu coming out, and I've never seen nothing like that. And we got to put that on, but to get that done, to get that approved, it was politics.
Right.
You know, I'm talking about the mayor was on social media and Facebook, like they was looking at everything I was doing. And there was a dude, there was a public information officer, and I say one thing about Pasadena, and that's why I got into politics. There's a lot of foul shit going on in local politics, and there's a lot of reasons why resources don't go where they're supposed to, and attention don't go where it's supposed to, and it's because motherfuckers don't get involved and call these motherfuckers out, because they do that shit and sit at a desk and nobody says nothing. You know, but they make real life decisions that affect real lives.
The community,
A bunch of
Our
people.
community.
This one motherfucker in the stroke of his pen, you know, just determines the fate of a lot of folks, you know, in certain ways. And if we don't pay attention to that shit, it goes under the bridge. But anyway, the Pasadena public information officer was trying to shut the event down. Only because he said somebody asked, one of the council members asked, what is the event? What is the ball at City Hall? And they took it as, oh, we don't know what it is. Does the organization, does Pasadena Dina Magazine have integrity to be hosting an event? And it was just like this way out shit. But anyway, I got a lot of folks who work for the city, and they still work there, and their directors and their departments. They're awesome in their departments. And they fought because they was like, hold on, we know him, and first of all, we know how to do our job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Why don't you calm down? You know, so anyway, everything went down. It was successful. It was a beautiful event, and I realized, like, damn, to pull that off, we had to get into politics. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, as a businessman, like, damn, to pull anything major off in this motherfucking city or anywhere else, I'm gonna have to get into politics a little bit. I'm gonna have to know some people, not just the laws and the rules and the permits and all that shit. I should know some people to make all that shit easier. Yeah. So. I realized nobody that I was friends with were running for office. Sorry. Nobody I was friends with were running for office.
We went to school with Jackie.
Yeah, but she wasn't going to run. And I asked her because I have respect for her. And if she would have ran for office that year or would have told me, because she ended up running. But she ran after I pulled papers. And I told her, I already said I was running, so I can't back out now.
Right.
You know, but I said, you know what, I'm not trying to take nothing from you.
Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, Jackie Robinson. Mirror alumni, you know what I'm saying? Great woman, you know what I'm saying? Very smart.
Did a lot of things for us. Yeah, a few times.
Yeah, but the whole point is, I dove in to really learn. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna have to know this, if I'm gonna have to see this, if I'm gonna have to experience this, and can either have this shit work in my favor or be oblivious to it every time, then why not know these motherfuckers? And one thing about running for office, you're not gonna unlearn all the shit that you learn. Right. You know what I'm saying? All the shit that comes to you, all the people that expose themselves to you, all the ways they expose themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it was one thing that kind of made me want to stay in the game. You know?
Did anybody try to do a dirty campaign against you? Try to put smut on your name?
Because
you were running? You know?
It was more than that. It was all kind of dangerous shit, man. They're playing people in your lives, man.
Because politics is a dirty game. It's a dirty game.
I've done Hollywood and politics is dirtier and faker than Hollywood could ever be.
All this shit is like selling dope to me.
You said that put people in your life.
All that shit is selling dope. Like you said first, but putting people in your life. That's an informant. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to catch you up on some shit.
Of course,
you know what I'm
yeah. Trying to build a case against you.
Yeah,
trying to build a case. Yeah. That's exactly
real.
what happened.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, like, just like you said, man, you get high enough in any industry, it's gonna get gangster.
Yeah.
You know, I don't give a damn if you got a little a jelly bean company, man. You get high enough in the jelly bean industry, you're gonna meet the 5 motherfuckers that make jelly beans on the planet, and you're gonna see how ruthless they get.
Jelly Belly come to see you.
Man, on the real. And that's in every industry.
They come to see
you. So I think dealing with the industry that affect us all, like politics, we all have to get involved in some way, because that ain't the cigarette industry. It's like I was like, I don't have you got to pick and choose your battles. Right. But if we're gonna pick and choose one battle, it's like something in our community, and that's leadership in our community. Local politics is what motherfuckers need to be paying attention to.
Right.
Like, fuck who's the president if you don't know your mayor, your city manager, your city councilman,
I agree.
All of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's about being aware. It's about doing what you can, and you can do a lot if you're involved on this local level.
Right. Have you ever hollered at Ishmael? You know Ish?
Yeah, we never spoke like formally. You know. I remember when he was running for District 3 councilman almost 10 years ago, you know, so I know the brother's involved.
Okay.
I know he's like the chairman of the City of Commerce, the Chamber of Commerce, and I don't know what I don't know the brother personally, but I know you got to be good at something.
Right.
You got to be good at something.
Yeah, we gonna
I got respect for him, but I don't know him well, so I can't speak up on him like that, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm just asking because I know he was, at that time, he was like a councilman, and then, you know, he got put out, you know, for some other shit, like you were saying. Do the informant type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can imagine.
And fuck your shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine.
So, when you was doing the mayoral candidacy, right? So, I know that they got the weed shop They own Colorado. You heard about that one? It's
Okay.
called Harvest.
Yeah. Okay.
So these motherfuckers was paying $55,000 a month, right, to stand on Colorado and Pasadena Avenue, right there on the southeast corner.
Okay.
So they was in business like 3 months,
Okay.
and now they defaulted. They closed permanently.
Okay.
So my thing is like, when they did all of this to say, oh, we're going to give weed shops in Pasadena, right? At that time, this was like 3 or 4 years ago, they were supposed to be helping black people, you know what I mean, that's in the weed industry, because it's a lot of black folks that's in that, but they can't get the grants or can't get the money or whatever it is, the licensing. You know, did you have any part of that? Any, like, you hear anything about that? Like, you know.
Well, speaking on that, the first thing I can say, there was nothing in place 3 or 4 years ago that said blacks had to get nothing.
Right.
In the weed industry in Pasadena. You know, there was nothing that said they had to have a certain amount of employees, black employees, black weed shops. None of that was ever in place thus far. You know, so I think
it was all about the money then.
Yeah,
I
it's all
remember
about
it was
permits.
a lottery.
Yeah,
I remember
it
they
was
were doing a lottery.
And they were the first ones to get one in Old Town.
Right.
It's an
You know what I'm
expensive
saying?
process. It's an expensive process,
It is.
but also a process that's in itself very volatile and shaky that might change, that needs to change. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not fair. It doesn't give the folks who actually been making a business out of selling weed an opportunity to continue their business or
Legally.
to promote
Yeah.
or to say, I got this at my house, I'll deliver, like, freely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're really going to choose that as a way of giving opportunities back to those who are marginalized, give it back to those who are doing it right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one half of it. The other half of it is letting all these people out of jail who was ever convicted of weed as a felony or a misdemeanor.
And you
know?
see it happening.
So it's like,
It's slowly but surely.
Yeah, you see it happen.
You know.
But
That's
I remember
when
a
the
time-
law's changing.
I remember a time, like you were saying 4 years ago, Altadena was unincorporated, so you could move a little different there.
it still is.
Right.
It still is.
Right.
They able to do like ease, different weed
Delivery services.
delivery service. But the only thing about Pasadena is it's a lot of niggas that'll order some weed and then rob them motherfuckers.
Right.
I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but a lot of people been getting robbed coming out here delivering weed. It just happened like a few weeks ago right here on fucking El Molino in Washington. You know what I'm saying? Some people ordered some weed, they bought the weed, and then they robbed the motherfucking driver. You know, the drivers don't carry nothing but the sacks that they got on them for the delivery. They might got an ounce out of that. You know what I'm saying? They not sending the drivers out with pounds and shit.
That's dumb shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know what's up, Swaggy D?
Swagger D's in the building.
Still here.
I'm here chilling.
You
Just
acting
listen-
like you drunk over
listen-
there.
No, I'm good. Just listening to y'all. You know what I mean?
Anything on your mind?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, like you said, yeah, it's crazy out here in Pasadena. They just opened up a weed shop right across the street from my house.
Oh, they just opened it?
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Do you support that or don't support that?
What do you mean?
Are you
Well,
cool with a weed shop being across the street from your house?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. I don't support it.
Why not?
But I don't support dispensaries anyway. I mean,
Taking the money out of.
I think it's taking the money from, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People out there really getting their grind because, you know what I mean, they want to tax you on that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the taxes
So,
is
yeah.
hella foul.
The government want to tax you on everything, so I don't like the fact that they, you know,
Because they want their cut, and they
Exactly,
feel like you
exactly.
selling a product that's fucking grown. That's like taxing tomatoes to me.
Yeah, they want to tax you and
Y'all-
everything, and
y'all
I don't
can be
like that.
hospitable here. Yeah, hospitable.
So
Like, come on, man. If I'm out here putting all my money into this, growing it, spending all my money into this, you want to tax me for this? Like, come on. No, you can't tax me for this. This is my shit.
You know what? It's not the taxes that is the big problem. It's the permits and the regulations that come with it. You know, it's like before when you bought a bag from someone you knew, the homie up the street, whatever. It's like you knew that product was natural. You knew where it came from. It was untainted by the government and their hands and
Exactly.
and growers that were legally able to do whatever, manufacture whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I appreciate the way it was to a certain degree. So I'm with you in like being against dispensaries. You know, do I like the convenience? Yes. You know, do I support the 420 movement? Of course. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that we can take place of that are way more dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I support all of the movement, the 420, and it being recreational and medicinal and all that. But I don't.
Medicinal purposes.
Yeah, but when you start regulating it, it's always room for misregulation, you know, and it's always room for greed, and it's always room for corruption, and it's always room for tainting the original product. You know what I'm saying? So we have to pay attention to all those things, and that's why we have to get involved, because if we don't, then shit like that just gets passed with nobody like us having any say so. You know, and people like us are the closest to the product, are the closest to the problem, are the closest to the solution.
Why are they charging so much money for the licenses? That's what I want to know.
Because they know it's a
big business.
It's a lucrative business.
And you really can't tax them long term. You can only get like whatever set tax. So, like if they're gonna make millions and millions and hundreds of millions, you're only gonna see a percentage of it. So you're gonna charge them to pay. You know, it's like pay to play.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna give you a big ticket, which is also not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's a lot of flaws in that. You know,
because that hurt minorities to get in the game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
A lot of flaws in that.
We ain't got 200 rats sitting around like, oh yeah, I could just put this and pay these licensing and all of that, because they come with a stiff price tag.
Yes.
You know.
What is it? $100,000 to get a license?
Yeah, but you got to have like $1 million
It used to
in
be
insurance.
$50,000 to put in the application.
Yeah,
50,000.
application.
And no matter if they chose you or
Yeah,
not,
exactly.
And if they don't choose you, nigga,
they keep the money.
You just lost your 50 rats.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you got to have expendable money.
You don't get that back?
And there's only like one,
out of 10
maybe two
or
per
13 or
district they
something.
can have.
Yeah.
Right.
And we got 7 districts, so you're only gonna see 14 legal shops at the most. And I think it might be 7. I think it's like 1 per district, but it might be 2. And every district don't want it in their district, so it doesn't mean they have to have them. They just can.
Yeah.
So you might have just 6 legal ones at the most, and they paying big bucks, so they charging big bucks. You ever go buy from one of these places and you know shit like $37.50?
it's been a while.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you're paying the tax,
Yeah,
definitely.
and it be for
Especially
like the
when
gram.
you, and I'm not talking about
For
locally.
the
When you go
gram.
to cookies,
You overpaying.
man, you paying whatever you over at cookies.
overpaying.
You're overpaying, and then you pay tax.
See, and they take advantage of marketing and all that. So you ain't getting nothing better than you was getting back in the day.
Yes.
Old school chronic will always be better than any of that bullshit you see there now.
That damn right.
You know, because it doesn't look like High Times. We'd be the same shades of green at all the motherfucking spots. It's not that beautiful purple, orange, red shit that I thought was gonna be there when I was looking at High Times as a youngster. So it's just like I said, it's like McDonald's, man. We just mass producing bullshit and getting it off in a legal way so we can make way more money and it go to a few hands.
You know what's funny about
And
that
it's
is that
legal.
now, all you got to do is look at the magnifying glass, and that's how you get that high time effect.
You ain't lying about that. It all look good up close.
I'm
huh?
telling you.
On the
Have you
real,
ever like
on the
had
real,
one
so
of
you
them
can
little
see all
bottles
the
and shit, and they be like,
crystals.
"Look at this."
Yeah, and they got that big ass magnifying glass already on it.
And they got
That
the light
gives
at
you
the
the high
bottom.
No
time
They got
shit,
the
man.
light at the bottom.
Yeah.
Man.
I want to see that shit grow like that, man. I want to see the whole bud look like that
'Cause
from
back in
far
the
away.
day,
Yeah, from
real
far away,
shit.
that shit look like that.
That's funny as fuck, cause shit, man. I know my brother, man. I'm gonna have to get him on the show. 'Cause my brother been trying to get into the weed game. You know what I mean? Like for the longest, we done did sessions. You know, sessions in San Bernardino. I used to drive out to San Bernardino fucking 6 days a week. You know what I'm saying? 6 days a week to go out there and sell weed legally. You know what I mean? And it was cool. You know, we was making our bread, but we was like, man, we need to come together and get this sesh. I mean, not the sesh, but a location. But then trying to get the location, that's when we come into, oh, you need this 50,000, like we was just talking about. You get the 50,000 just to see if you gonna get one.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we got the 50, but nigga, if we don't get
It's
chose,
like that. It's
nigga,
like that credit check fee
yeah,
for an
yeah.
apartment.
You
You
feel
tell
me?
me?
Yeah.
You
They hit you for that 35 just to see.
Just to see, and don't give it to you.
Man,
You don't even get your report.
You done put in 10 applications
Hey.
and shit
Yeah,
for that
$350.
$35, $75,
Believe
nigga.
me.
You out
You
of
feel like you got
$750.
hit, nigga. Be
Yeah.
sleep.
Man, that was your
2
deposit
days.
money. That shit cut into your deposit, man. Like, hold on.
Nigga be sleep like he got
Like,
robbed or
goddamn,
something.
Now I can't move in on the first.
Yeah.
Wherever I go,
Now I
I
only
gotta
got
be the next
1,200.
person.
Shit, shit, they
I
take
ain't even-
1,200. First and
Yeah,
last.
on
That
the real.
deposit I can't do.
I can't do it, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Swaggy?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and take off where you left off at. I'm gonna go ahead and run for the mayor of Pasadena.
Man, I wish you would, brother.
Let me stop you right there. Let me
I
stop
wish
you
you
right
would.
there because I know your ass don't go on YouTube and read the comments, do you?
Not really.
Okay, well, somebody said Swaggy D for fucking president.
Yep.
Really?
Because you want to help people.
Because you want to help people.
There we go. Okay, there we go.
Got my
Hey,
brother.
right.
Hey,
See,
hey,
that's motivation right there.
Run for mayor.
That's motivation right there. Swaggy D for president.
On the
Man, I
real,
love it.
man. You know
Come
what I'm
on
saying?
now.
So,
Kanye
you know,
can run.
Make a difference.
I
Hell
know
yeah.
I could do it.
Man,
Hey,
make a
man,
difference.
if you run, you run, it don't matter, like, you coming in as a candidate, nobody knows you, but everybody gonna know you after you run. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect Jay so much because shit, just running as somebody that I fucking personally know, that was like a big thing. Like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get down there, I'm like, shit. Normally I wouldn't even vote for the mayor of Pasadena.
But I'm
like,
voting
shit,
for my partner.
Let me vote for my boy.
And I'm
You
gonna
know what
say something too. It was
Shit.
a lot of people came out and supported him.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I
A
appreciate
lot
that.
of people came
I
out
saw
and
the difference
supported
because
him.
I ran twice.
Yeah.
And there's a big difference from the 76 votes I got on that first election, to like the 1,500 that I almost got on the
Definitely.
second one,
Right.
And that's all was spending like 300 per election. The winner of this last election spent over over $1.5 million.
Right.
He raised over $1.5 million to get a job that pays less than minimum wage.
Man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? The mayor don't get paid like the mayor of LA.
Right.
He gets paid like 80-something thousand. It's so it's like
Long
you gotta
hours.
wonder what
Yeah.
else they're doing with that chair if it's not serving us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then
They
you gotta
taking all
wonder
types
how
they
can he
taking
raise.
bribes and all types of shit.
Well,
Yeah.
it's favors. They getting votes in your
Yeah.
face. It ain't even
Yeah.
about bribes. They
Yeah.
paid that motherfucker in a contribution fund, and he just voted yes on they shit
Yeah.
in city council. It happened right in front of your face in public records.
Right.
But nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares because nobody's paying attention. Because we got sports and we got other shit distracting us that don't fucking matter.
Right.
People can name their all-time favorite this and his favorite stats and all that shit and can't name what the fuck is important in their life. You know what I'm saying? And that's by design. That's by purpose. They always tell niggas don't talk money and don't talk religion. You know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
and don't talk finances.
Politics and
But that's
shit.
all they talk about.
Yeah.
That's it.
They only talk about what's important and they get us not talking about it. So we talk about the dumb shit that don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You know, and I
And then
think
when
that.
we do talk about it, they say we crazy.
Oh,
We don't
man,
know what we
well,
talk about.
exactly.
We don't know what we're talking
Arguing.
about. Yeah.
Or we
But
start
they
arguing.
have to respect you for who they are, for who you are, and they really can't say shit because they can't deny you anymore because you done woke up and now you playing on this playing field. You know what I'm saying? And now you got followers and people and they got to really come with their shit when they try to attack you.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's a give and take thing, but it's still a benefit to get involved and stay involved and be in the know.
Yeah. You got to be in the know in your community. How do you feel about Victor Gordo?
Oh, that nigga's a bitch, man. Straight up,
Oh,
man.
wow. Like
Oh,
that?
I swear, man.
Good Lord.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. House niggas don't just come in niggas.
I heard
You know
that.
what I'm saying? And this
I
motherfucker,
heard
bigot
that.
Bogart's bitch. I'm telling you, man. And he's been groomed by them.
Right.
He's just an extension of them. And Victor, Bill Bogart, and his
Yeah.
last 16 years of mayorship or whatever.
Yeah.
And to take that position, and he's sitting there now.
Yeah.
You know, and it happened in everybody's face. He just ran 1 million damn ads on YouTube and,
He sure
and
did.
Google and
he sure
Facebook
did.
and
He sure
and every
did.
local ad, and everybody knew his name, and he had his poor little story that what he used to be.
It's
You know,
funny.
what he grew up.
He said he grew up on the east side, on Villa in Michigan. I never seen him over there. I grew up on Mar Vista and Villa.
That motherfucker on Jackson right now, and you still won't see him. He got a house, a lot of places. He landlord. You know,
Right.
he's a landowner. He's a lawyer. He's in every. He represents everything that the average Pasadena is not. You know what I'm saying? And now he represents us all with that title of mayor, because that's all they are, as a representative. It ain't about who knows the most about this or that. It's all who best represents everybody in this city.
And with all those
You know, and he
ads,
represents them. He don't represent nobody that look like him.
Right.
All my essay friends don't fuck with him. They go back, they always say, man, they got a bitch ass story about this motherfucker. No matter what time period you go to. Like, oh man, when I was a coach of the soccer team at Villa, man, he came and did some shit and it was all foul and all bad. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he was my neighbor and it was all foul and all bad. You know, it's like, damn.
Right.
He ain't got a positive story from nobody that knows him.
Wow.
But
You know
that
what I'm
goes
saying?
back to when, like you were saying, you got all of these ads out. A lot of people, when they go, they see that name that they've been seeing.
Don't vote for
flash
your junk
across
mail,
their
people.
screen.
Don't vote for your junk mail,
But
man.
that's what most people do.
Yeah.
They see that shit and be like, "Oh man, bam, we're gonna vote for that motherfucker."
That's like me
Yeah.
sitting
Not
in a
even
car to
knowing
say
them.
I'm great, you know, and I don't want to have to do that. The whole thing is, man, the person running shouldn't have to do that. It should be everybody's duty to get involved and know. Like, man, you shouldn't be able to vote without taking a test. Do you know what the fuck you voting on? Do you know these people? Have you researched anything? Have you?
They got all the distractions out there.
And then they say do something important.
Yeah.
And they just want the numbers. They want
They
ignorant
do.
numbers because that's what they get. You're not really informing nobody on how to make the best decision for themselves. And I think that's all the politics is how do we get people to go against their best interests?
Right.
How do we fool motherfuckers? And when you go out there doing some real shit, it's like it's very little room to make money. You know what I'm saying? And doing some real shit because there's more money in being cool and crooked and
Definitely.
foul and selling out.
I seen him,
Getting
with
turned out.
with the project over there, with Church's Chicken. I seen how they wanted to put storefronts instead of house people. And I noticed right then and there that they were getting a kickback for that. It was a favor for a favor, and it fucked me up. Like, this is your community. This is supposedly where you come from. Why aren't you looking out for your people? People sleep right here at Church's Chicken in this parking lot. It was built somewhere for them to live. These are all older, elderly people.
They worrying about their pocketbooks.
Man, I seen it.
They're worried about their pocketbooks.
I
That's
see
what
it.
I mean. Any type of mayor, governor, I can't really say because that's like governor in California, but most of the inner cities,
Locally.
you know what I'm saying? They got all of their branches. So those niggas is worried about their pockets. Okay, what can that development do for me?
Right.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna sign that shit and let y'all, build over here, but I'm gonna need 50 racks. You know what I mean? Right. It's all like we watch all the shows and all of that. They get the kickbacks, like he was saying. Everybody gets a kickback off of every little project. You think about it right now. When you drive down Villa, Wilson, fucking El Molino, even Los Robles now, all you see is apartments being built. Luxury fucking apartments.
Yeah.
You go over there and be like, oh, I need a one bedroom. They be like, yeah, that's $2,800.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So it just seems like they trying to push the regular people from Pasadena out. Because it's like, shit, nigga, we didn't just build a stadium. The stadium been here. Like, why are y'all trying to build us out of here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on? Because we could say Inglewood, right? Inglewood got the stadium. They building the stadium for the Clippers over there. So I understand the development. They want to hire people making money. You know what I mean?
People that's from that community.
You know what I'm saying? Not they. Niggas ain't from that community.
Yeah, people are outsourcing.
They moving,
my neighbor works
they
there.
They moving from different places. What I'm saying is they moving from different places over there because they might be Rams fan. They might be Clippers fans. Like, shit, I could walk to the game. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So you just got to think about what is Pasadena really, what's the bottom line? What's really going on? You know what I'm saying? They not just building these fucking apartments and then they saying, oh, you paying $2,800 a month for a one bedroom, right? So now, the people that was paying $1,700 a month for the 2 bedrooms, now they got to move to a 1 bedroom or a studio because everybody hitting you with that letter in the mail like, hey, nigga, your rent is going up. Your shit was $1,700 last month, now it's $2,800, nigga, starting in December. You know what I'm saying? What is them motherfuckers to do? They make $2,800 a month. You know what I'm saying?
Or how they do that is because you can't go up no more than $80 here in the city of Pasadena.
It's supposed to be 10%.
Right. So what they've been doing is they'll sell the building.
That's what they say.
Yep. They say they'll sell the building.
Yeah.
And then once they sell the building, they can either give you that letter and give you 2-3 months rent free, and you have to find somewhere else to go.
Or they'll pay you to leave.
There you go.
Yeah, they'll pay you to leave. They be like, we
charge
get
a
you
new tenant
$5,000.
anything.
Yes.
Yeah, they be like, we
Yes.
give you $5,000 to move. That's your
and
relocation fee.
there used to have to be, if I'm not mistaken, 30% of the units had to be allocated for low income. Now,
It's like 10%.
not even, because people are paying the tax because it's not worth it, because they can get so much from a renter. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something about low income. Do you know why you need to make 3 times the rent in most apartments to get it approved?
Right.
Like, you might think like it's for them, make sure you got enough. If you make 3 times the rent, you got enough to pay the rent. But really, what it is like, if you make 3 times the rent and can prove to them you make 3 times the rent, that becomes affordable housing. They just gave you an affordable unit.
Damn.
So they get credit for your affordable unit. If they only need to fill 10% of your affordable unit, they can charge whatever they want on the rest. That's why you go to places and you're seeing they're paying different rent than some people that moved in at certain times.
Yes, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because they feel people that they can do for 3 times the rent. But for everybody else, they ain't got to make 3 times the rent. They don't care what they make. It doesn't have to be affordable to them. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole trick behind it, and that's why it's like people think that they're really looking out for them, but really they covering themselves.
Definitely. In the end.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Some real shit. Yeah. Fucked up situation. You think you'll ever run for mayor again?
Man, if I don't get priced out this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, they pricing us all out, man, and I'm not a homeowner, you know what I'm saying? So until, man, I can gain my foot in, and my goal is to buy a house here. You know, this place, man, I don't give a fuck what it costs.
Yeah.
You know, in a neighborhood I want, man, in a neighborhood I ain't even welcome. I want to buy a motherfucking house somewhere in Pasadena eventually. You know, I don't care where I got to live until then, but I think this is one of these places that I really want to, like, raise my children or just even own my business and my family. Even if I don't have kids, man, I want my nephews and nieces to have a foundation here to always be able to come here, because I think, first of all, I think everything that ever happened important in my life was rooted in Pasadena and me, because I think I found myself here, man. I developed confidence here, and I think that's what it's all about in life, man. If you don't have confidence in life, man, shit ain't gonna happen for you.
Yeah, you ain't got shit.
You know what I'm saying? Life is gonna stay miserable.
And you're gonna say,
and
that's the worst.
And you're gonna be in your own way, and you're gonna stay in your own way until you realize, man, I can do any motherfucking thing. Shit ain't gonna change.
Yeah, because we was talking about it before on a couple other shows. We talked about it a lot of times, man. You gotta throw all the shit you can at the wall and see what's gonna stick. Yeah. It don't matter if it don't work. You can't second guess it when it's going in. You know, you got to think about the big shit. Like, hey,
failure breeds
that might
success.
happen. Yeah, you feel me?
Failure breeds success.
You got to fail a few times.
You have to.
You can look at any millionaire, man. The motherfuckers ain't turned millionaire overnight. They done failed thousands of times.
Man,
you know
any overnight success is not an overnight success.
You know, never gave up.
Nope. It just happened that time.
Yep.
They failed.
You just found out about
before.
it. You know that's all about, man. You just found out about it.
Absolutely.
He been grinding.
You just found out.
Man,
He been grinding.
These boys know he the shit. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that saw him in that garage, like, oh, that nigga gonna make it.
Yeah.
And when he was making money, when niggas didn't have nothing, he was making a little something.
Right.
Like, people see that.
That's how Amazon
and I think that's
started.
like, you can't be afraid to grow. And I think that's one thing that hinders a lot of people, is they compare themselves to other motherfuckers, when really you should be comparing yourself to yourself.
And
you know
try
what
to
I'm saying? The
exceed
motherfucker
that.
you was yesterday, because when you start looking at another motherfucker's highlight reel, that's all you see, and you think their life is like that every fucking day. You just looking at a highlight reel.
No.
You seeing their best days out of 7 years. You know what I'm saying?
On the real.
You saw that shit the last 6 months
in the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when they got on that court, that shit just happened to come together.
Exactly. It's game day.
Yeah, it's
you
game
saw
day.
game day. You didn't see their gym work and they motherfucking practice and they
Drake
grind
say,
and they
motherfuckers
tears and
wasn't
they
with me
blood.
shooting in the gym.
Not
You know
eating.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
couldn't
missing
afford
meals and
shit.
shit.
Yeah,
Walking to
sacrifice.
work.
Yeah.
Walking to practice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Staying on the couch.
Yeah.
You didn't see that grind. If you ain't willing to stay on the couch for a few years, the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? The sacrifice or
Shit.
whatever.
We all been there.
You know what I'm saying? Then you really ain't ready for what's to come of that. You know what I'm saying? And anything can become of that.
You can look at
if you
any
just, like I said, man, go all in on yourself.
Yeah, you can look at any big industry, man. They all started in a garage or in somebody's living room. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Amazon, Microsoft.
Hell
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Shit, Elon Musk. All these motherfuckers started in
all
a
these
small
record
spot.
labels, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
record labels, yeah, man.
They just started on somebody's beat machine at their grandmama's house. You know what I'm saying?
Or in the basement.
Yeah, we all seen the Wu-Tang saga. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers was in a dirty ass room with a gang of fucking tapes and not tapes. It was records back then.
Yeah,
you know,
it was probably
spinning,
wheel to wheel.
making-
That motherfucker was back in the days.
But
yeah.
I'm saying, making sure shit worked and just trying to fucking eat, hustling, doing what they got to do to make food and all that. It takes sacrifice. No matter what you're doing, it takes sacrifice. If you ain't willing to sacrifice, then you ain't really willing to do shit.
For real, I think what it is
you're right
that
about that.
people want to skip the process.
They do.
They're afraid of the
Nowadays.
process. They're afraid what you have to actually do. To get there. And I think you can have it on demand like anything else we get out of life. Like you can get anything on demand, your favorite show, then your favorite commercial, your favorite song on demand, but success will never come that way. And I think we have to understand that, put in that work and not be afraid to. And matter of fact, enjoy that work being put in. You know what I'm
Because you learn
saying? Love
something
that
from it.
shit.
You learn something.
Exactly. Appreciate what you learn from it. Appreciate what you gain. Appreciate the people you cross. And I think that's where the love for yourself and other people will come from too. When you really enjoying your life and you really enjoying what you do, and you cross paths with another motherfucker enjoying the shit they love and what they do. You know what I'm saying? You end up
what
being
we
a
gotta
team and
teach.
doing that shit together. So
That's what we got to teach this new generation.
Man,
you know what I mean?
for
'Cause
real,
starts in
for
our
real.
house. Everybody want to be a star, but no, you can't. Everybody ain't gonna be a star. You got to
everybody
crawl
want
before
the
you
easy
walk.
way. Everybody want that instant shit. Everybody want to go viral overnight, man. I want to post that one booty pic to just get a million likes. You know,
Exactly.
that's
Social media.
And
Social
then I
media
can
is
show
pumping
what I
everybody
really
up.
do. Yeah, you got to appreciate every moment. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be in the
appreciate
moment,
grind.
you know?
Yeah, gotta
Yeah.
be in the moment. And appreciate that moment because shit, without that moment, that's the growth that's gonna take you to wherever you're trying to be. You know what I mean? Or whatever you want to become. Shit, it ain't gonna start with you waking up in the morning like shit, like I'm the fucking mayor. No, you gotta fail a few times.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
For real, you gotta fail forward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you ain't quick to fail, you ain't quick to succeed. You know
That
what I'm
part
saying?
right
The failure is scaring you. The success, man, gonna make you a straight up
It's gonna
bitch.
make you terrified.
You know what I'm
You a
saying?
bitch.
Straight up.
Terrified.
You're gonna wonder why you got here.
Because success is
You know?
way scarier than failure. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? When you
right
fail,
about
it's
that.
over. It's done. You can go home. When you succeed, you got to keep fucking going
you
and
gotta
produce this
reinvent
shit
yourself.
again. You got
That's
to
why
keep
you got so
winning.
many one-hit wonders.
winning.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because
You know what I'm
they
saying?
couldn't make it.
They couldn't keep
Too
that
Well, they
process
realized
going.
this was enough.
Yes.
Some of them I respect because they
Yeah.
realize, you know what, this is enough. I'm gonna take my money. I'm gonna do this.
Yes.
You know, because I see what it's like. It's not for me. You know, the money's okay, but I didn't get what I want because what they learned about the deal, the hustle, the game, the work, whatever it is. I mean, I respect it, but you have to see it for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for real.
On the real. Yeah, you over there quiet. What's on your mind?
I finally got the microphone.
shit,
he
that
would
nigga
not.
been-
He was
been
babysitting.
He was hogging the
That motherfucker
microphone.
was
He would not
babysitting
let
the
me have
microphone,
it this
man.
whole time. And
You
you'll
gotta
see
tell that
the
motherfucker
footage.
pass
You'll
the
have to
joint.
look. He already
She
passed
had it
the
and passed
joint.
it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
and I
He
finally
didn't
got
do
the
it.
microphone.
Hey.
He not getting it back. I'm gonna give it to him like this.
He was sitting on that motherfucker. It was warm. It's warm, I bet you.
What's up?
No, but I want to say thank you for like enlightening our community because I talk about this all the time. I'm a hairstylist, and every time election time comes up, and every time everybody complains about the president, I tell them it's not about the president, it's about the local. Vote local first.
For
You want
real,
to
for
complain
real.
about everything that's going on, vote local. Go to these meetings. Go see. It's on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
You can Zoom.
You don't
these
even gotta
meetings.
leave no more.
You don't.
It's on
Everybody
demand.
wants to
It's
Zoom.
on demand.
It is. Everything is on Zoom.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off,
go ahead.
but one thing I learned preparing for my first time running for mayor, I had to get caught up in all the issues they were talking about. Because one thing you don't want to do is just come in there with the fuck you talking about.
Right.
You got to have a say so in a position on everything they care about too. And I don't care how you arrive to your position, but you better find one. And you better, and it better mean something to you. It could be right or wrong, but you better be willing to back up whatever the fuck you say. So to become more familiar with what they was talking about, I watched like 10 years of city council meetings on demand. I'm gonna tell you one thing, that shit was as funny and entertaining and dramatic as anything else you'd watch on demand, because they got the same characters. You know, motherfuckers come and go. You got the same public speaking. There's people that ain't never been elected to nothing that are on every other city council meeting footage because they came and left a public comment every motherfucking week about something they cared about. And you see who gives a fuck. And the cool thing is, these is motherfuckers that live in my neighborhood. Yeah. All the motherfucker from the star, this motherfucker as the mayor, to the motherfucking bailiff in the back, and if he ain't from here, you know what I'm saying, then he work here. Right. So it's all these motherfuckers that I can touch, get access to, find, connect with on so many levels, and all this shit matters to me. I don't give a fuck what they talking about. Spaying, neutering, motherfucking parking permits, whatever they talking about. It's important to me because why? I'm here.
Yeah, and these things affect us.
Yeah, so it was some of the most entertaining shit I watched, and I just want to tell people that because this shit is interesting. Don't write this shit off as it not being entertaining and interesting and all that shit too, because real life and important shit is really fun.
It is.
Once you really embrace it. Being a boss is some real shit. Once you embrace the shit that's like work to everybody else.
Right. That's some real shit. That's some real shit. Speaking of being a boss, like you got the clothing line, you got it on right now, Life of a Boss. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, you know, I know you got a lot of shit, right? So,
he do, man. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of shit going.
So you can't be mad at me in the beginning of the show for getting what you had going, because you got so much shit. You do.
Man, I'm with it.
You was making dickies at one time in the garage.
Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? So I know, you know, my shit is that Fresh Prince Adina shit. You know,
you like that? You like that? Yeah.
So, you know, how did you come up with the concepts? You know what I mean? What is your thought process of going in to be like, you know, I'm about to make this new shit? You know what I mean? Because I know you got stuff that you can order online, right? What's the website for that?
MadeInDina.com.
Okay.
Yep, MadeInDina.com. You can check out everything we got. And the stuff you see at social media, sometimes I post stuff on social media that isn't on the website yet, because as soon as I create it, I like to share it, you know?
Just like your food pictures.
Exactly, man. So if you want any of that, just hit me directly on my Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and I'll shoot you a custom.
What is that? What is your Instagram?
Hardway Hardin is my Instagram. Made_in_Dina is the business Instagram, and Facebook is Hardway Hardin.
Okay.
Or you can join the group, Made in Dina group on Facebook as well.
Okay, for sure, man.
You can find us on social media. Made in Dina, you can Google us. Shit, I'm Googleable.
Man,
Me too, I know all about that.
Googleable.
Google me.
You know what I'm saying? That's nigganomics right there.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? For sure, man. So, Life was a Boss, man. Man, what was I going to say? Drinking. But Life of a Boss, right? So now, when you feel like you're a boss, you can do whatever you want, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
And you set yourself up for greatness, right? So what's your message to the kids out there, or anybody that's listening that's, you know, working a 9 to 5 and they struggling, you know what I'm saying? But they got creative shit that they doing on the side. You know what I'm saying? Because here at Nuwave Shop Talk, we like to tell people, like, you know, you can work your 9 to 5, but you also have to have a side hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something that brings you fucking joy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what is your message to those people that's like, okay, I just need something extra, and, you know, talk to them.
Well, that was a layered question.
Okay.
There's some answers for those questions. And I guess the first answer I would say is being a boss. And being a boss, it's not how well you control others or control the things around you. Being a boss is how well you control yourself. So really, I really feel that we're all bosses, just not all of us act like it. Because not all of us think about it. Not all of us know it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So many of us think that so much shit is out of our control, and that we don't have control over shit, and really we have control over the most important thing, and that's us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So nobody really sees their bossism you know, within themselves. And I think one thing that we try to do on the podcast and just with the whole message period is show motherfuckers that they are boss in their life, and it's just about them cutting that shit on. Because anything that they ever wanted out this motherfucker is already ended.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't need nothing or no one. You just have to have that will to say where I want to fucking be and put that shit in motion. You know what I'm saying? Work your way backwards, take that first step, and then shit will just start coming together. So that being a boss shit is really all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not just for bosses. There ain't no club that we can't join unless we ain't willing to wake the fuck up and put in the work in ourselves and invest in ourselves and really be who the fuck we want to be. You know what I'm saying? Because until we become fearless, until we gain that confidence required to be successful, and that's one thing that is a requirement. You don't have to have money. You don't have to have status. Your parents ain't have to be shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get left nothing. But you have to be confident in this motherfucker to make anything happen.
Yes, you do.
Because if you don't believe in yourself, we don't give a fuck if it's true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could come in with some authentic shit and you could be like, man, I think this is real. Motherfuckers gonna be like, man, them is fake.
Yeah.
Right.
That motherfucker be worth $1 million, but you didn't have the confidence. You know what I'm saying? You can come in there with some bullshit and be like, man, these are the baddest motherfuckers you ever gonna see.
Yeah.
And motherfucker be like, somebody gonna be like, yeah, they is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You gotta
saying?
believe in yourself.
Exactly. That's where it starts. And I think people need to work on whatever the fuck they need to work on to believe in themselves more. You know, to love themselves more and understand themselves more. You know what I'm saying? Because when they start being honest with themselves, they start chasing what the fuck they really want instead of what they think success is.
Right.
Instead of what they taught was success.
Because you make your own success.
Hell yeah.
You know?
You define what that shit is.
You know, you can't be going off of somebody else's success because we all ain't going to be Steve Jobs or fucking whoever else is a billionaire. We want success in our own lives.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
Real. 'Cause, well, that's the only way you appreciate shit.
Yeah.
Because I remember everybody wanted a 6'4" Impala on some motherfucking Honda spokes, right? I got me a 6'4" Impala on some motherfucking Honda spokes. I hated that fucking car. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was the car that everybody that was around me liked and wanted and thought was dope. When I drove that motherfucker, it felt like a boat. The motherfucker was very uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was clean, but it was nigga, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep it parked. That shit was pretty. I sold that shit for not even what I paid for, just because I didn't want that shit no more and I wanted money. You know what I'm saying? But the point was, that was not my definition of success.
Right.
I got it because I bought it into somebody else's
Because
definition. I thought it was mine. I thought it would make me happy. It didn't make me happy.
Yeah.
It didn't make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? It cost me money in the end. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't
motherfuckers
and it wasn't
ain't
who I was
cheap.
supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It didn't. It wasn't what it was supposed to be. It wasn't what I thought it was. That definition of success wasn't what I thought it was.
You're a Cadillac man, 100%.
Man, I like luxury cars, man. I don't know what it is, man. I don't give a fuck. I'll buy the oldest new shit. You know what I'm saying?
Me and Juice will talk about, man, we need to borrow your car to do a who ride. Not even a who ride.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, you can't log my car and where it went. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker got some shit that's Googleable, too.
Yeah,
This car Googleable.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Yeah. All right, Romy Rome with the Laker J's on. I see you.
Pleasure, boss. You too.
All right, for sure.
Whoa.
I don't know why y'all cut the AC off. It started to get hot as a motherfucker in here. But, yeah, man, you got to define success to what you think it is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not to what another motherfucker thinks success is. Because, you know, somebody else's success, it definitely ain't going to be your success.
Not at all.
They want the house on the hill. Shit, you want to own apartments. Them is two different successes. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really know what you want in life and strive for it, man. Be the boss of yourself.
Yeah.
And then you'll be the boss to other people. Like my boy was saying, you know, the thing I got out of that was when you said you walk in the spot with some Dickies on or whatever, and you're like, these the baddest motherfuckers. Somebody gonna believe that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you so profound in what the fuck you were saying. Like, shit, I believe this shit. I got on these socks right here, nigga. These the best. Motherfuckers are like, yeah, I want to here though.
And on top of that, you have a story of why they're the best.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the best because they some bullshits and them motherfucking guys. You know what I'm saying? You come with something real and something
But
you
you
really
see
stand
how I
by.
swag them
You know what I'm saying?
motherfuckers
But that's
on
the
the
whole
real.
shit, man.
Yeah.
It's not being fake. It's not even fronting or being or anything like that. It's really being true to yourself and true to what is. It's not like if I got on some costume jewelry, man, that's what the fuck it is. I'm not trying to floss it. It's nobody else's shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is my shit.
Right.
Just like with the designs, and when you was talking about concepts, man, it's like I like to come up with a lot of original shit, you know.
Right.
And sometimes I'll think of some shit out the blue and like, oh, this would look dope. But sometimes I'll just see something that's popular and already out there. It's like, man, I could put a flip on that and own this shit. Because I think in anything that we invest in, anything we if it's popular, then we already put into it. We already bought into that shit,
Right.
man. I own a
right.
piece of that memory or that legacy. You know what I'm saying? So,
And
man,
then when you,
my
put
motto
your,
is-
and-
when you put your own name on it, now it's yours.
exactly. And when I flip it, it's no longer that. And I'm not even saying it's that.
Right.
You know, I got logos that look like a bunch of other shit. Like you say, the Adidas shit, the Converse looking shit, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air shit.
That
but I'm
Dina
not
Rose
saying it's
hit the
that.
city, nigga.
Oh,
and
man,
it
hey.
went wild.
Hey, let me
I'm
tell
not
you this.
saying it's them.
Hey,
I'm
that
saying
Dina
it's
Rose,
me.
Wow.
I'm
especially
not
when you was
saying-
making the custom ones.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause-
that's what it's about, man. It's about really taking ownership, you know. And even with like you say, custom shit, it's like people want to take ownership of what's there. You know what I'm saying? So I think, man, we got to take ownership of. Oh, this thing got to go. He got to tinkle.
he said I'm not on the camera. I switched it.
You gotta fake it till you make it.
You gotta
Man,
fake it
for
till you
real,
make
for
it.
real.
That's my motto. You gotta fake it till you make it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. I'm gonna wear me a fake chain until I can afford to get me
I
a
ain't
real
doing
chain.
none of that.
But that's okay if you willing to say it's fake, man. Don't be out there telling motherfuckers it's real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
doing
I think
none of that shit.
That's what it's about, you know?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna wear it with pride. Yeah, this real.
Well, I don't do jewelry, man. Yeah. I'm only wearing a ring because I'm married now. Other than that, man, I wouldn't wear
right.
shit, man. That shit, man.
Thought you had a rollie.
Well, you know what? I would wear a watch. That's like, that ain't even jewelry. That's functional. That actually tell me something, it do something. It's purpose to that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I can fuck with it, but like
It's a status
chain,
symbol.
bracelets, rings, like, hell no. Like, that's cute for women, you know, who want to decorate themselves and
Knock
all
it
that
off.
shit, highlight
Knock it
themselves.
off,
But
man.
man,
Knock it off.
That shit in earrings.
Knock it off, man.
I'm so 80.
You used
like,
to have
oh,
an earring.
Hell no, man. I ain't got no holder closed up. Nigga, man, my shit is original, man.
Man, knock it off.
But for real, though,
I remember back in the day, you used to have a little chain. So knock it
hell
off.
no, I never had a chain.
never had a
bro.
dog
Not
tag?
even- Hell no. Man, a hand bone.
You never had a hand bone?
Hell no, man. Hand bone. Hell no. I used to sell jewelry, though.
I remember
I
that.
sold jewelry. I sold like nice ass pat chains and shit. You know, shit we get from downtown LA. That used to be the hustle, man. That was part of the grind.
I remember
you know?
that.
I used to sell jewelry for gas money.
Yeah, I
You
remember
know,
that.
so we could go put other hustles down. It costs more money. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I got you.
But like, it's all about what you willing to do, man. What you willing to flip, man. Putting yourself out there, making shit happen.
Man,
And I think in
You know
anything
I
I
know.
do, that's really the point, man. I
You
tell you,
know I know.
you've been a hustler. That's the only reason why we can talk and kick and I can
Right.
respect you. Because I know you don't waste your time. I know you're always on your grind. You always got a job and a hustle. And my daddy always said, keep a job and a hustle.
yeah, got to.
You know, and
That's right.
anytime I always try to depend on one more than the other, I've always fell short.
Yep.
You know, when I've had both, it's always been in abundance. You know, and sometimes I really try hard to push my entrepreneurship and not like really sell my hours. But when I find something that I really love to do, I don't mind it that much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It makes it really easy.
It does, it does, especially when you got that traceable money. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because folks like me, it's like when you work and do so much, it's like you don't always get them check stubs and that shit. So you don't don't qualify for grants and you don't qualify because you didn't do no taxes. And that's one thing that like I want to teach folks and tell folks, man, hustles graduate to businesses at
Yes,
some
they
point.
do.
If they real
Yes,
and you
they do.
dedicated and you really love doing that shit, don't think of it as a hustle all your life. Graduate that shit at some point into a business, because then you can do it for real. Then you can get the real services and benefits of being a business and tax write-offs and all that shit, because staying on the ground is some shit you do when you don't know better, you know? It's like being in survival mode. And I said that shit recently, man. There's a whole world of opportunities outside of living in survival mode. I think a lot of us get stuck in survival mode because that's what we've been so long. You know, that's what our parents have raised us in. You know what I'm saying? Or some of us, you know, they've
survival
seen
mode.
that shit. Yo,
Yeah.
so we always just struggling to make rent this month. We always struggling to make sure motherfucking bills is paid this month. You know what I'm saying? Not 6 months from now. Not nigga 2 years from now. Not even 3 months from now, man. This month.
This
We
month.
trying to pay last month.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And once we get stuck in that mode, it's not even financial anymore. It's psychological.
It is.
I have never seen my mom or my dad go on a fucking vacation.
Wow.
Yeah, man. My
I didn't
grandmother,
either.
yeah.
Wow, that
You know
man,
what I'm saying? You gotta
a
think
nice
about that
restaurant
shit,
is
you know?
sizzler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I grew up with a nice
Yeah.
restaurant at Sizzler, and I'm looking back now like I would never tell a motherfucker that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think
Don't
Sizzler,
discount Sizzler. though.
Man, on the
Sizzler
real,
bomb.
you
We ain't talking about
We just saying, you know,
Yeah.
when we was growing up, you know.
that was Denny's. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
we can
Right.
sit down and eat.
Well,
That
yeah, I
motherfucker
did.
like Houston's right now. You know
I
what
did
I'm
have a
saying?
grandma, you know what I'm saying? My grandmother, she did have like daycare centers throughout the city and stuff like that. So, you know, like on Sundays and shit, we did go to Red Lobster. That was our shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
wow,
saying?
Red Lobster. That
It was
the
Bishop's for us, a
nicest
Ponderosa.
restaurant when I was younger.
Oh, yeah,
Red Lobster was
definitely.
the
Yeah,
nicest.
Sizzler was just like, okay, we'll go there on a
Had
Tuesday.
real seafood.
Did in Milwaukee they have
Not fish
Ponderosa?
sticks.
Nigga, I was just talking about It's funny. I swear to God, nigga, no joke, bro. I was just researching Ponderosa yesterday. It's funny as fuck you said that.
'Cause
So
on Sundays
Ponderosa
in
was a
Bishop's.
steakhouse,
Oh,
but they
fire.
had the all-you-can-eat
Yeah.
little salad
I love
bar,
all-you-can-eat
just
buffet.
like
Oh, shit,
Sizzler.
buffet
But
shit.
nigga, you know Sizzler give you them little steaks.
Yeah.
Ponderosa, nigga, you getting a big old T-bone, nigga.
Wow.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
was fire.
You getting the
That
real
shit
one.
sound like
Yeah,
the real
that's some
cowboy
Midwest
western shit. Yeah.
That's some
Yeah,
Midwest
shit
shit,
fire.
and they
Hell
still
yeah.
got them out there. We looked it up. You
What
know
about
I'm saying?
Bishops? Did they have Bishops?
I don't even know about
Uh-uh.
bishops.
We didn't have bishops. You know what I'm saying? But
That was another
Side of the
smorgasbord
road
place in
shit,
Somerville. They served prime rib.
so I was just bringing up that, you know, my grandmother went on vacations and shit, but that's where I got my shit to be like, oh, nigga, I gotta go here. I gotta go check this place out.
So you got your
know what I'm saying?
uppityness from your grandma.
I did.
I love it.
I did. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom or my dad, they never went on vacation. It was just like you was just talking about, man. Motherfuckers is
Just
just
working and
working and
that's it.
and paying the rent. Like, oh shit, I still owe $200 from last month.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So now in my life, I be like, nigga. Me and Ash be like, nigga, hey, nigga, we going to Miami, or where we going to go, Atlanta? Like, oh, okay, nigga, we going to go here.
Life is different, huh?
Yeah, because
Life is different
shit,
than what you
you
thought
know
it
what
was,
I'm saying?
huh?
Yeah, it's different, man, because
Existence
now,
is different.
yeah, when you got a job and you got, it's like, okay, that side hustle, I'm going to use that on my trip.
Man,
You know what
on
I'm
the real,
saying?
on
This
the
real job, that's just to pay the bills. This
Yeah.
side shit,
We
that's
can do
where
shit
I'm,
with
yeah,
this. We can
that's
play
where I'm going.
with the side
yeah,
shit.
you know what I'm saying? So I urge everybody to be like, nigga, I don't give a fuck if it's one time a year. Go somewhere. I don't give a fuck if it's 3 days, 5 days. Go somewhere. I know Nia ass shit. She go places. Her ass done
Almost
been to
once a month.
fucking Atlanta.
She got a
all that-
passport.
Yeah,
You got a
You know what
passport.
I'm saying? Yeah, you feel me?
Getting ready to go to Puerto
Hey,
Rico.
nigga,
Oh, there
Utah
we
is
go.
so lit. I be telling
Yeah, it
these
is.
niggas like, nigga, Utah. You think of it as a
You
Mormon
went to
state,
St. George's?
but nigga,
You went to
you go
St.
to
George's?
Utah and you be cracking.
Now I'm going to Puerto Rico.
No.
No,
you said
you was talking about Utah. Where did
Utah.
you go to
Utah. Oh,
Utah?
I went to South Salt Lake.
Okay.
Oh shit,
I
you was
with my
over in the rich
kids.
spot.
Yes.
Oh, see, I went to St. George.
Now
That's
maybe
like right outside of Vegas.
I'll go there by myself. I ain't taking my kids.
No, take the
Take the
kids.
kids.
Hell, fuck
Don't
yeah.
bring the kids
Okay.
to
I
Utah.
send you the whole itinerary.
Okay,
Your kids
okay.
is gonna love it. They might not even want to leave the resort, but when you leave the resort, you gonna go to the little park. It's called Sand Hollow. Y'all cliff jumping.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Send me that.
You
Send
rent
me
the
that.
ATVs.
Yes,
you got the
yes.
boat. You got the jet skis. You go
Yeah.
paddle boarding. All that.
You know I'm
Like, that
bougie.
shit is
My
lit.
kids is bougie. So we have
Yeah,
to
no,
go
they
South
gonna
Salt
love
Lake.
that.
Okay,
They gonna
we'll go
love
there.
that. I'm gonna send you the YouTube little flick, and it's gonna show you everything you do there.
Okay.
I think it's better than Salt Lake, because Salt Lake they got the lakes and all that, but it's really like a ski town. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the mountains. It's like going to Big Bear. You can go to
Yeah.
Big Bear in Cali.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and to go to the other shit, you got to go to Pismo Beach up in the bay. You got to go to Pismo to do the sand dunes, right?
okay,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
you got to go to fucking Lake Havasu to do the boats, right? And then you got to go to Long Beach to do the jet skis,
Yeah, yeah.
right? But all of this shit is right there in Sand Hollow.
Wow.
Okay.
You feel me? So
I like
yeah,
that.
Chris
St.
Scott.
George's? Or
St.
St.
George.
Yeah, St. George.
St. George. Chris Scott. He turned me on to that. I seen his vacation. I was like, oh, I'm going. And I went. You know what I'm
He
saying?
sure did.
And it was lovely. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chris Scott, my boy. You know what I'm
Traveling
saying?
is important, man.
Traveling
It
important.
is.
And
you
one
have
thing-
to see something different than
Absolutely.
where
And-
you're at.
And
Yeah.
about Utah, like, don't be afraid to go places where you think you ain't gonna enjoy or you're gonna be the only this or the only that, man. Like that's where you actually make the most fun and the most difference.
Yeah.
When you go to those places, you is the only nigga there, or
Yes,
you're the
you
only
are.
youngster, the only woman, or you know what I'm saying? And you don't know what fun or what you'll experience being in these other places. You know, I went camping with my wife's family for the first time last year, like real camping, like in the middle of the woods, and they do it bougie, like they've done it.
They had the TVs and
They've done
internet.
they've done it so long is that they evolved to the way they do it now. And basically, before they get there, they have 2 big ass campers hauled to the campsite.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Like electricity, it's like
That's what you
style,
do.
little
Yeah.
kitchens in
Yeah,
it,
that's what you
around
do.
the campfire with the bear boxes
Yeah.
and the campfire spot right along the creek. So when you get there, it's like checking into some
Hotel
in the
Some-
woods.
some-
Yeah,
some
your own
swanky
shit in the
hotel.
woods. Yeah. But there's still, you off the grid. Ain't no Wi-Fi. Ain't no really charging your phone or something. You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
cool. We need that.
And exactly. So it was the most difference. And it's a week. It wasn't like 2 days. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's a week. This shit like go on past when you tired of it.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? To where you fall back and love it with it. You know, like you get a chance to
Can't wait
reflect.
to
Like
go
you
back.
know what? I am happy. You know what? I do appreciate being, man, this shit is fun. But
Yeah.
you was mad for a whole day. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck am I still doing
My
out here? I
phone
can't
died.
take care of business.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
can't
saying?
check in on my Facebook.
Man,
I
on the
can't see
real,
how many
all
likes
kind
I
of
got.
shit, man. I can't post nothing. But the funny thing
Is that the
was-
trip when y'all bonded?
Yeah. Well, we bonded on a lot of other shit, but
Right.
this was because we bonded. I would never been invited to this trip if we wasn't had bonded already.
Right.
You know,
I understand.
And not just with her, but with the family. Because you really is this you along with these folks, and I'm not gonna lie. There's a little apprehension because you know, like being in the woods with people you don't know is just not my shit. You know, and I love her and I love her family. But we only got like maybe a year and a half, 2 years of knowing each other, and there's still so much we don't know about each other. So being in the woods with this many white people and
you know why so
non-black
many
folks
TV
and,
shows
yeah,
like,
man,
damn, are they
it's
gonna
like
barbecue
us
me?
and them and all that shit.
You thought
know?
they was gonna send you
Man,
like
no.
surviving the game? What they did to Ice T?
Man, I don't know. Like
shit.
I
Gonna
said,
get
your
out.
imagination get wild. And it's like, and just being anywhere that long with people you don't know can like it's a little apprehension.
You
But
could've
like I
turned
said,
into
we
Barbecue
did bond.
Jay.
We did bond, and we did like. I was able to appreciate shit. Man, I saw a bear for the first time. Scariest shit in my, you know, it
Shit,
wasn't
I
even
seen one of
scary,
them in Altadena.
But it was like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
here
grew
where
up
they
with
always
them.
happen. And
Right, and
I
you
don't
never
one.
see 'em.
And I'm hiking over there, and the bear just ain't no guide to say everything gonna be okay and shit.
Right.
And ain't nobody to say what's gonna happen next. It's just like that motherfucker. Hope he do what he do, and we keep doing what we do. You know. And it was like that. But I was able to do a lot of shit that I've never done. But more than anything, I appreciated the moment, and I was able to be in the moment. And I say all that to share this. It's like, as we grow up, we gotta learn to be in the moment and appreciate shit. It's a level of appreciation that we always often overlook. You know what I'm saying? We not appreciate where we at. We just mad because we can't be somewhere the fuck else. And we really need to be in the moment. Like, what is right about right now? What is good about what I got going on? Because if I understand all that, then I can start having fun and planning and maneuvering and finding some joy and getting in a better place if this ain't the ideal situation. But you have to be able to appreciate everything you have, because if you don't really appreciate it at that level, you know what I'm saying? Like to the littlest thing. If you don't, then you always gonna miss some shit, and you always gonna be missing some shit, and you never gonna really be where you're trying to go. So and being in great places like Utah and wherever this place, Mammoth Lakes and shit, and all these little wonderful little spots, like, don't knock them, man. Go there. If you ain't never been there, be excited to go.
Yeah. Right.
Don't be like, man, we going to Blythe, and you be like, oh, like, man, fuck it, man. What Blythe got going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And go in
We
there with the
finna
right
turn
attitude.
Blythe up.
Man, on the real,
Yeah.
man. And that's how you should see anything. Look at anything like Vegas, like Palm Springs, like Catalina, like Tijuana. You know what I'm saying? Look at everything
Our
like
last two
that.
times Palm Springs
New
sucked.
restaurant, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
too hot.
I used to
It's
think
too
Palm
hot.
Springs sucked till I started going out with
Yeah.
Swaggy D, and
Yeah.
I was like, nigga,
We
when
had
we going
fun.
to Palm Springs
Yeah.
again? Shit.
But
that
then
shit
I was saying our
popping.
last two times sucked. So, you know.
Man, he must have
Maybe
lost his phone.
yours.
Nah,
lose
we
your
went
phone?
on. Remember when we went on New
Did you
Year's
lose your
Eve?
phone?
It sucked.
I think I had fun.
You think?
I think so.
It wasn't as popular like it was when we first started going, but
Yeah. The music changed. It, you
Oh
know.
man, and it was
Man.
it was a lot of whack people in there, but I think my night ended pretty cool.
Sure did.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure did.
I just it's being somewhere else. Like he was saying, it's just being somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because we could have went to Old Town and been doing the same old shit niggas been doing since they was 18, 17, 16. You know what I'm saying? So when you going out someplace, it's just like, fuck, nigga, I'm here. I'm gonna make the best of it.
Definitely.
You know what
That
I'm
should
saying?
be the attitude.
Oh, we
to have.
did.
That should be the
Oh,
attitude.
we did. We did make the best
You know
of
what I'm
it.
saying?
But
Nigga, we
in
had
looking
bottle
back at
section,
it, and looking
you
back
know?
at it for the fun times that we've had there before, like last time.
Hold up. So when we went to Palm Springs the last time on New Year's, we didn't get the back section, right? We was in the middle.
We was in the middle.
Right, yeah, it was in the middle, yeah.
So this nigga can't talk. He was passing out drinks like it was candy, right? Am I right? This
Yeah,
nigga was
he was.
out. He was out in the crowd with the bottle. Open your mouth, bitch.
I don't remember. Hey, what do you notice that? I plead the fifth.
Oh, right, exactly.
Shit.
I plead.
Seemed like he had the
man.
most fun.
Yeah,
He had the most fun out there. You know, something
I had to think about that. Like,
Now that
wait
was
a
the
minute.
time before.
Oh, that was the time before.
Because we went to a totally different club. It wasn't Zelda's the last time. Was it Zelda's
it
the
was
last time?
Zelda's.
we went
It
to?
was Zelda's.
Okay.
I'm telling you, that was the night, nigga. We got there, like,
Did I have the Buffy Buffs on that night?
Yep.
yeah, nigga, it
I
was
do miss
popping.
those times, though. We
I
had some
still
good
get
times.
the memories on Snapchat.
Yeah, for
Shit,
real.
I
Yeah, me
remember.
too. The picture.
Yeah, I remember.
All of us. I saw the picture recently. It was like me, you, Zach. All four of us was in the picture.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
we was in the hotel room looking fresh right before we hit the club.
hey, this is an embarrassing moment for me. Okay. So we went to Palm Springs, right? I think it was Swaggy D's birthday. Didn't we go out there on your birthday one time?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, so I brought me some clothes, but it kind of didn't look right. Did I have on some red pants? Do you remember
Yeah,
I had on?
I think you did have some red
Oh,
pants on.
nigga, I had on some red. I looked like Prince out there. The motherfucking pants were so tight, dude. Oh, man. I still got the pictures of that shit, too.
Did you pull it off?
I pulled it off, nigga. I pulled it off, pulled the bitch and all of that.
And pulled them right off.
Yeah.
I pulled it off.
He peeled them off.
Look, I pulled them off.
I wasn't wearing a blouse. No. You ain't gonna catch me with a
That
blouse.
nigga said, I
on.
pulled them off all right.
Yeah. Shit, that was about 5 years ago.
I just got me some red leather pants.
Yeah, I know. I
I
heard.
believe
Trying to figure out where I'm gonna wear them at.
You got the ones that
New Year's.
that flutter.
Yeah, right.
You got the ones that flutter at the bottom.
No.
you got
They're
the-
skinny at the bottom.
No, that nigga got the feathers and the ruffles on the side.
Yeah, I think I'm
You
gonna wear
might
it
as well
for New
get you
Year.
one
I'm
of
gonna
the
save it
shirts
for
that
New
Precious
Year's.
to wear with the little,
The blouse.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it for New Year's Eve.
Oh man, put a little part in your hair in the middle, have it dyed on the coming down the side.
Your new name Jesse.
Your name Jesse and you butterfly dyed and laid to the
I'm
side.
gonna get a finger wave.
Oh shit.
A couple years ago, what'd you do? Press and curl?
You do me a
Yes.
finger wave?
I got you on the finger
Oh,
wave.
man.
He got to go bone straight.
I don't even know what that means.
What's the movie?
Straight.
What's the movie? Superfly. You gonna get the Superfly? Yeah.
He been there, done that.
But that shit was tight though.
Yeah, that Papador?
Yeah, that shit
He
was
said
tight though.
Papa
That
Door.
shit was tight though. Yeah,
said
it looked like
Papa
you
Door.
could have pulled a couple of hoes that night. You know what I'm saying? Niggas out there looking like Miguel, like a motherfucker.
That's right.
Oh shit. Hell yeah, man. But shit, man, we like an hour and 26 minutes into this shit,
I
man.
think it's special.
Yeah, this is a special, man.
It's the 20th episode, man.
It's
20th
the
episode, New
motherfucking
Wave,
20th
Shop
episode.
Talk.
Check
in the
this out,
building,
man.
man.
So,
gotta love it, man.
That's
I
right.
appreciate
Yeah,
y'all.
man. This is a
20th episode, man.
Shit,
We're doing
this
it big, man.
Yeah,
That
we
shit
gotta
be
do it
awesome.
big.
That means we off and running. What I was gonna say, man, is when we first started doing this shop talk shit, man, you know, it was you, S-Class, and Mike. I came to y'all for direction. Because y'all been doing this shit. I'm a nigga that's gonna be like, well, let me talk to the people that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you got the workshop coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, you're gonna be showing people what to do to get started with their podcast, the promoting, and you know all of that.
Yeah,
I know we
pretty
talked
much.
about it earlier, but
Yeah.
you know, speak
Well,
about it
it's
just
a
little
lot
more.
going on with it, like with a podcast, but it can be broken down and be simplified.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And I want people to understand that it is a big business. It's
Right.
booming. You know what I'm saying? It's the fastest growing media out right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's super low cost to get into. You know what I'm saying? And I want to teach people like the very minimum of what they need. You know, if they
Right.
just want to go out there with their voice, because I'm not knocking anybody's level. I want to tell people that no matter where you're at and what you have, you can go out there and create it now.
Right.
Because just like you were saying about something earlier, man, it's like people want to see you grow.
Right.
You know, people appreciate growth. So if you ain't got it all right now, but you're still out there willing to be out there,
right.
you know, and be seen and be heard, people are gonna take you for what it is. Like, oh, they show ain't got this or that, but I like the content.
Right.
So as you do get this and that, you already got people listening to you. Cause man, how many people you know about all this shit, and you ain't got none near followers that know you yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, why not create something now with what you got? And I think that's what I do. I take away some of that fear of creating a podcast,
right.
or some of that guesswork of why should I start one? Because I think if you there's so many reasons to start one. There's so many reasons to have your own platform. Like back in the days, man, to get on the radio, you know what I'm saying? That's really what this is equivalent to.
Exactly.
Was something major. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now you can have your own show where you produce it, you create the content, you censor it or not. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
talk about whatever. Like, why wouldn't you? And I think because it becomes so easy and so affordable, people just don't appreciate it.
Right.
Just like who we are, our bodies, our minds, because it's given to us for free. We don't appreciate it and we don't maximize it.
Right.
We don't do everything we can with it. And I think we just have to see this is another one of those opportunities. Like, you can do anything you want with this.
You can, definitely.
You know, you can be a business owner, entrepreneur, artist. You know what I'm saying? You can be a fan of a show. You can do a podcast all about what you think of P-Valley.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you'll get a million motherfucking likes at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never watched the
show out.
episode. I haven't watched an
I've been
episode.
hearing people
of it.
talk about it. Maybe I need to go check an episode out too. See if it's
Man, I'm okay. I got enough episodes on my plate of other shit, man. But yeah, I'm good off that. But what I'm saying is just like that, man. People don't think they have nothing to say, and you really do.
Right.
But it's the ones that really monetize and really organize what they have to say and put it out there that I respect. Like, there's a bunch of dumbass content on YouTube and TikTok and all that, but people that methodically do that as a business, that are real professional influencers, are getting paid off their likes and their views and their sponsorships, I respect.
Right.
Because that they twisted the game. You know what I'm saying? They opened the shit up to everybody, man. Back in the day, man, it would be hard to get signed. Now the hottest rappers out are motherfuckers you don't even know why.
Right.
Because they got a
They
million views
independent.
of motherfuckers who
Yeah.
like they
They
shit.
independent.
Not you. You don't
Yeah.
like them. You know what I'm saying? But a million people do, and they all watch them. They all buy his shit. They sell out his shows, and now that motherfucker got an Emmy, and you wonder like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Or when he died, you be like, who the fuck was that? Then they got a million followers. You better report this motherfucker's death. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for real.
But that's what it's about, man. It's everybody has a voice, and it's really helping people push that and create that, and really establish that platform and turn it into something that actually creates opportunities and money.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all shit 20 episodes in, man. It's all about consistency, and that's really what I want to tell folks, man. It's all about. I was listening to something the other
Stand
day.
down till you come up.
Hold on,
Shit.
yeah. But I was listening to somebody the other day, and it was like, man, I only get a few views, and it was actually a brother who shot me his information, wanted me to be on his podcast. Why he wanted me to be a guest, and I was like, man, shoot me some of your shit so I can listen to it. You know, I mean, I'm always entertaining the idea. You know what I'm saying? I always give people the benefit of the doubt, but show me something so I know what I can bring to it. You know, in your audience.
Sure.
And one episode, the first one I saw, the first one I listened to was it was like audience size does matter. You know what I'm saying? And the first thought is like, damn, my shit ain't like that. You know, you start thinking of just the numbers, like that 36 views that you had.
Yeah.
It's a solid 36, but damn, it's like you
Yeah.
looking at motherfuckers getting hundreds and thousands and
Yeah.
millions, right? And then he said one thing on that shit, and he was like, think if those 36 people were in the room right now.
Right. It looked
How
like
would
that
you
motherfucker
feel?
fool.
Yeah, man, how
like
would you
it's
feel
full.
having that audience of people that chose to be there, that wanted to be there? They already like you.
Yeah.
They didn't listen to you to not like you and to heckle you. They listen and engage. So
Yeah.
so it's like
Trying to hear every word you're saying.
Exactly. So it's really appreciating the people that already come to your shit and being consistent for those that do come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you stay consistent, you stay producing your shit, and you stay releasing shit, it builds on who you become. You know what I'm saying? Now you have this under your belt. You get the reps out the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now eventually you look up and anything you post got 100 views automatically off top now.
Right.
And then
Exactly.
1,000, but it starts somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People think like just what you were saying earlier that
Yeah, you don't
overnight
start
success
with
shit
no, you don't
is
start with
overnight.
a fucking million
You
views.
gotta grind.
Exactly.
You know?
Overnight shit is only overnight when you just saw the motherfucker. You just saw the shit done. You just met him or you just came up on him. But he been doing what he doing long before you. And I think we have to understand that it's the same when you're creating a podcast or any type of platform.
What I like to do is I like to like say we gonna use $1 million worth of game, for example. Got a nice podcast,
I
nice
like that.
following, right? But what I like to do for all of these shows is go to episode 1 and start there. I may be on like episode 47 right now, but I'm seeing their growth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when they first started, they didn't know what the fuck they was doing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
They didn't
yeah.
know, oh, you got to put the sponsors in the beginning.
Man.
You got to do this. And like, shit, they didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
And you didn't care if you was listening to that shit. You know what I'm
Because you
saying?
just want to hear the content and
that's
hear
the
somebody else's
important
opinion.
part. Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
That's
So
the
this
important
podcast
part.
shit is what it is today. Like, you
Yeah.
know, everybody want to come out with rap albums still, you know, and that's cool because I still do music.
Yeah.
And still do music. He dropped the album. My boy Flossy B dropping the album tomorrow.
That's
12 o'clock
awesome, man.
tonight. You know what I'm
Congratulations
saying?
to all of y'all,
Yeah,
man.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yes,
still
sir.
doing
For
music.
completing projects.
But it's like the podcast is an ongoing thing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's always current events.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Shit is always changing in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just,
It's
you
always
know,
relevant.
it's
And that's really
always
what it
relevant.
is. It's building relevance. If you're trying to build relevance, if that's where your market or what drives your business, then why not? I don't give a damn if you sell knives for a living, but if you create a podcast and become the knife expert, guess how many knives you gonna sell? If you're the cupcake expert, the motherfucking t-shirt expert, and you establish, and you don't even gotta be an expert, you can interview experts. You
Right.
can interview other motherfuckers that do it, and then you steal the authority, because now you're soaking up game, and now they come to your shit for authority, because these motherfuckers, they was doing their shit, and they wasn't being on podcasts.
Yeah.
You're offering a platform for other bosses who are dope at what the fuck they do.
Yeah.
And I think that way everybody wins. Your audience wins. You win.
Right.
They win because you're promoting their business. And that's why it's such a booming business.
right.
Because now it's some relevant shit going viral other than some stupid ass prank, some dumb ass whatever, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some twerking, some music. Man, podcast is it. Man, me and my wife, we drive to the Bay Area, to the Vegas or whatever, just listening to podcasts. We might not listen to music the whole way and just listen to podcasts the whole way.
That's what I do
It
when I'm
took the
working
place
out,
of
I'm
music
listening to
'cause it's a way of
podcasts.
being
Yeah.
functional.
Yeah.
Like
But
now
I
I
don't want to
listen
hear
to
the
music.
same goddamn song all the
Exactly,
time.
and sometimes I do. But you know what? I find myself wanting to listen to music when I'm already off something and engaged in something. I find myself listening to podcasts when I want to be inspired, when I can't do something
Right.
else. You know what I'm saying? When I'm not already
Makes sense.
doing something. You know what I'm saying? But once I'm engaged, man, put on the track and keep me going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But it's always trying to be functional and maximizing my time here. Because like I said, since that brain surgery, all I want to do is maximize my time here.
And that makes sense.
That's right. Amen.
And my wife is that way, and she didn't even have brain surgery, man. She do so much. She be scheduling us to the last minute. Like, we be having to go from one place to the next place so motherfucking quick and so many motherfucking times. I be like, man, she don't even know how to schedule in relaxing. That's some shit you do when ain't nothing else happening.
Yeah.
Like, she don't say, like,
She's like, no, those 5 minutes,
yeah,
that's
like,
us
ain't no hour.
driving
We
over
gonna be
there.
doing nothing for an hour, man. We gonna work out until 5 and then be here by 5:30. Like, damn. But what it does, it helps somebody like me because she fills in the holes that I have in my game.
No complacency.
You know what I'm saying? She fills in everything that I should be doing to make the shit work that should be working. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit I'm doing like, why ain't this working? It'd be like, that's what the fuck you're missing.
Right.
This part that you could be doing when you think ain't shit to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Your wife filled in the hole.
And since I have more ideas than her, it's like there's a bunch more shit that I need to be doing than she doing. She busy as fucking don't own her own business.
Opened your eyes
You know what I'm
up.
saying? I
Yeah.
got a business and I find time to kick it still. And I think we have to compromise and find that balance because I can't operate like her and I'm not trying to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But but it did show me what I could be doing to enhance and improve shit that I wanted more results in. You know what I'm saying? She got me going to the gym like every day, but now I'll go with more intensity. Now I'll go, man, twice if I can. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I think that partnership is and that love and that someone being there is the reason why they say there's good women behind every great man. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't experience that. I always said this, like playing chess, man. Without a queen, I could still win the game. You know, I think I'm that good. You know what I'm saying? I can still beat a motherfucker without my queen. But with my queen, I can't lose. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the same in life.
That's
you know what I'm saying? I can still do some shit without this woman, and I can still make shit happen, but it's still gonna be stressful and tiring and still amazing if I do. But with her, it's like, this shit's a cakewalk. Like, damn, all the shit I'm trying to accomplish, all that. Like, when I look over and say, damn, I need that extra pair of hands, that extra this, that extra that, it's there for me. It's just like, and I think that's what it's all about. And unless you have that with someone, there's no point in even creating that, or there's no point in even like diving into that if that's not already that. Because we didn't get in the marriage to find that. We was that way before we got married.
Right.
I got married to solidify that. To okay, I don't want to lose this. This is the shit. You know what I'm saying?
I shouldn't have never had you come on this podcast. Shit, man, I want to get married and shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Marriage and love is beautiful.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Man, I had everything against it until I realized what it was. You know what I'm saying? My brother.
Yes, sir.
But seriously, I had everything against it. I was not with it. I was like, man, why do I got to put paperwork on my relationship, man?
Right.
Man, they can't define my love and all that shit. And then I realized when you start taking care of business, just like a hustle graduating to a motherfucking business, a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship got to graduate to something else.
Right.
Because when you die, you ain't here, or you locked up, and shit happen, man, the only thing that's going to be real is what's on paper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna have access to anything that'll help you if you don't put her in that position.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you're fucking her and being with her, then you obviously agreeing to put her in that position. And if you doing all that and don't agree to put it in that position, you don't need to be fucking with her.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So-
Thank you.
so-
I appreciate that.
So we're gonna talk about some past episodes real quick. I know we're getting heavy on the time, but you know, be a little brief with this. So, what do you feel about
Prenup?
yes?
I was gonna ask that question.
Yeah, so you go ahead and ask it.
So what do you feel? What are your thoughts on prenups? You're already married, so I don't know what your logistics were before that. But being married now, what are your feelings on prenups?
You know, like there's a lot of emotions that get tied into certain things, but just like I say, marriage is an institution by law. You know what I'm saying? So a prenup is just another stipulation on the contract. So for some people, it makes perfect sense. I can't knock it for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some people it makes perfect sense, and it's the only thing to do. Some people it's like, you don't have nothing, she don't have nothing, man. There's like nothing. It's just different levels to it. You know what I'm saying? If you're building with somebody, of course, if you already have your shit, and it's like love ain't got shit on business. You know what I'm saying? You can fall out of love. Love don't mean shit in court. But I loved her and she took all my shit. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. She gets your shit. If you marry somebody out of love and it wasn't the person you thought it was, and you didn't have no prenup, and you had $100 million in the bank and she didn't have shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at every case different.
If you got the bread, right? If you got the bread and your wife don't got nothing and you fell in love with her, right? So you think it's right for you to get a prenup?
You know what? If it was anybody that I would fall in love with, I would think so. I would think not. You know what I'm saying? I would hope that it'd be somebody that I could put in that position with all my shit. You know, because in the end, the person you sleeping with, you trust them with all your shit. All the time. Prenup or no prenup. You know what I'm saying? So if it ain't somebody that can take all my shit when I'm dead or all my shit when they leave, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, there's somebody I shouldn't be fucking anywhere or even playing with that position. But like I said, I understand that we make mistakes and sometimes we have to insure our own mistakes, which is why we have car insurance. We might get into an accident, we don't plan it, you know what I'm saying? We might be stupid one day and the shit might happen. So for those that, like I said, they're in position and shit gets volatile like that and they got kids and they got people counting on them to have their business straight, it's definitely something that makes sense.
What you got to say?
So you think love is not love, but you think marriage is a business? Because I hear a lot of people say that all the time. They say marriage is a business.
Every relationship you're in is a business relationship. And if every relationship you're in ain't making you money, it's a liability. It's costing you. So you got to look at everything like that. So before you even get into marriage, it's like, am I making something happen with this person or am I not? You know what I'm saying? So yes, and the marriage actually puts the license on it. So yes, it is an official business. It becomes one. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be winning. And if we're not winning, you know what I'm saying? I think
And
people
that
have a
prenup
definition.
is just insurance.
Exactly.
2 + 2 just equal 4.
And that
the
prenup
Marriage is
just
supposed to be
insurance.
about love.
What's the backstory?
Yeah,
What's the
it
It's supposed to be
is.
about love and two people coming together and making something beautiful.
Love is about love.
So,
Marriage
you don't
is
think about-
it's
you
an
shouldn't think about
institution.
money or-
Marriage,
love somebody
marriage
without
is you
marriage.
betting on love. Marriage is you betting on love. It's you betting on your business gonna thrive.
Yeah.
I'm winning with this business. Because if I'm not winning with this business, if I don't think I'm gonna win with this business, why would I marry this business? Why would I incorporate this hustle and all it does is cost me money? Why am I gonna get an LLC on this shit that just costs me money?
Right.
So why am I gonna
Right,
put a
that makes
ring
sense.
on this motherfucker that just
I
cost me
guess
money?
that makes a little sense. You making some
Yeah.
sense.
That makes sense.
So it's the same thing. It's
Now
almost
it
like
makes
that,
sense.
It
that
makes
unified field theory that Einstein was talking about. All this shit is unified.
Now it makes
The
sense.
same rules of the game applies to everything. If you understand one thing, you can really understand everything else. Nothing really is exempt from that.
Well, somebody once told me that, yeah, everybody wants something from you, except your mama.
She wants your
And I
love.
think, I had to think about that. I said that's you know what I mean that sounds like some real shit right there. That was deep. They said everybody in your life that you cross paths with is gonna want something from you. The only person that's gonna really truly love you is your mother. And I'm out.
Swaggy D has left the building.
Oh man, hey, so we can't leave this episode, man. You know, I don't know if my boy Jay gonna have a word on this, but so today Deshaun Watson, he got his final faith, right? 11 games, $5 million, right? How y'all feel about that? You know, if y'all know anything about that, a guy had 26 women say that he sexually abused them, sexually misconduct. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that? He got, first they gave him 6 games, and then they was like, NFL was like, oh, that ain't enough. We want to get this nigga a year, right? Get him a year, the whole year fine, whatever. So now he got $230 million guaranteed. So now you minus 5 of that. And now he got 225, and he going 11 games that he can't play. How do y'all feel about that? Because it just happened today.
Well, I saw they increased the suspension. You know, it
to
was
11
6
games.
And to be honest, I'm gonna put it like this: for someone who's had himself been in tabloids and shit, you know, and like I said, in that running for office, you make enemies and you become a target and you become scrutinized if you fall for anything that they play. You know, if you take any of the baits of the games they play, man, and it's gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I would never take anything that the media says as full value. So anything that's going on with him in his situation, my shit is just a totally unvalid opinion, as most are, because we are not fully aware of what he's going through. You know what I'm saying?
We're not in his shoes.
So I'm not here to judge him in any way or even deny the women who accuse him either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just a situation.
But what
on
I'm
the
saying,
11 games.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, if any of that is true, and if all of that is true, whatever they're saying is true, just like in a lot of other instances where influential black men and influential men, period, get caught up in any of those accusations, he had help. Anytime there's that many victims
Like R.
of
Kelly.
any crime,
Had help.
that person didn't do it by themselves. It was what they hate to say. The red word is conspiracy, because there's a bunch of people covering up this motherfucking star athlete's shit every time it happened for him not to have changed what happened. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Bill Cosby, if all that shit is true, then there's a bunch of people who covered up every time that shit happened. And this nigga ain't never had a motherfucking instance to say that shit don't have to happen again. Cause in the end, like, they feed into it. So when you convict one man of something, it's like, I always get mad because, like, he had a whole team of people. Like, it's gonna happen again when they want to bring somebody else and control him, and he don't do what they say and they bring him down. It's like they'll give you, just like they was feeding Michael Jackson little boys. You know what I'm saying? I think that shit is just where it goes. They was feeding R. Kelly little girls. You know what I'm saying? They feeding these motherfuckers and what they already do. Of course, they're your hero because that's the image they allow them to portray. Everybody backs it up because we know his dirt, because we feeding his dirt, and we in on his dirt. And as soon as he get out of hand, we'll put his dirt out there. So when you accuse motherfuckers, man, you gotta look at who helped this motherfucker hide this many instances. I know this nigga can't rape 2 motherfuckers and be free.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, everybody's quick to throw you under the bus. But when you making people millions of dollars, people that got power ain't quick to throw you under the bus, whether you did the shit or not.
Right.
So
They
anytime
threw
you
him
see
under the bus,
instances like this, always look at the grand scheme of who the fuck really is guilty, because that's what's going to keep this shit in play. Because locking him up and keeping that other system that empowered that in place is only going to allow it to happen again.
Right.
But if you lock up
That's somebody
everybody
else.
involved, that shit can't happen no more.
You're right.
You know, if you really create examples of people that do wrong, like if you really made harsher examples out of police to kill people who are entrusted to protect us, if you made harsher examples, if they get the death penalty, how many motherfuckers will be doing to accidentally shooting motherfuckers?
Right. They stop
How many
that shit.
motherfuckers will be scared enough for their life?
Yeah.
They be scared enough for their life to shoot a motherfucker.
Yeah.
They'll be doing everything in their power not to shoot a motherfucker. So we got to look at the big picture every time, and that's what brings me back to politics and policy and understanding really the written laws and policies involved to make this shit be what it be and it be cool.
Right.
You know, because foul shit happens, but the fucked up thing is that all the foul shit happens is cool with the system. It's legal. The worst shit is legal. Like I said, like they do the bull shit in front of your face. Like with the campaign contributions, and then this motherfucker voting, yes, you can have your house as a historical landmark. And it really don't qualify, but now you don't have to pay property taxes for the rest of your life.
Right.
And your kids don't. So there's a lot of things that motherfuckers do that people don't see that happen right in our face. And unless we're willing to do our due diligence and pay attention to things that really matter, then we never gonna see it, and the shit's gonna continue. There's always gonna be one motherfucker fighting, and everybody else calling them crazy.
Us as people, we don't show up. That be half the battle, just showing up.
Yeah.
You know.
That's most of it.
How y'all feel about the Deshaun Watson situation?
Sad. I agree with you that he had help, and they covered it up. I believe the team covered it up, and then the moment he said he wanted to leave, something happened. That's when they brought it out, and you know, it's just sad. It's really sad. I think you spoke on it very eloquently.
Sure. Swaggy D. Oh, my bad, Nia.
Go ahead, man. Go on and do your thing. You want to copy on it?
I don't know. I feel like you. I need a little more information because I really don't know to be able to. I don't like listening to media because they've lied so many times about so many stuff, and they just like to vilify us and make us look wrong. But I don't know.
Especially a nigga making meals.
For sure, but they pay him that money, so they know what's going on. They know who they hired, and if it is true, then he has a history in college and high school. It's not just it's not
been
just
going on.
the people there, so it's been a cover up for a long time. So I just got to see more, and I don't know.
Swaggy D.
Swaggy D.
Well, I didn't think about that part, that he could have been set up by the Houston Texans. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Now that you mention it, SD, I didn't think about that part, but that could be possible. You know.
Remember, they sat him down a year, all last year.
Yeah.
Right, all last year. That's why I feel like he shouldn't have been punished this year. You know what I mean? Not to that extent. So I feel like he was already out all last year. Why you gonna punish the man again? You know what I mean? And fine him $5 million.
Because they have to have the last say.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean, like they said, you know what I mean, these owners are like, it's like, I mean, it's basically like slave owners, you know what I mean? Like own all these teams. So, you know what I mean? If you're not doing what they want you to do, they're going to find some way to bring you down.
And then get rid of you like they did.
Right. You know what I mean? You see what they did to Kaepernick.
You see his documentary where he really depicted the draft like slave auction block.
Yeah.
And he got heat for that. But in the end, it's true. Like it's like, how do you feel? Like, see, it's a contradicting thing when you like that people get opportunities. Yeah, they just paid this young brother all this money, and then like seeing somebody like, yeah, but it's a slave shit. You know, it's this. So it's like we always have contradictory feelings like that. And it's hard to run with what the better of it is. Like Jackie Robinson, oh, he's a hero, but then like he destroyed the Negro League. So now that the white folks is hiring Negroes, now
that shit is obsolete.
yeah, and your shit don't even matter, and your shit was 100% Negroes. Where the ticket taker was black, the cleaners was black, the managers was black, the owners was black, and now you integrated some shit. So it's like, where do we draw the line? Like it's all about control, and that's why the more aware I think we are, the more control we can have over each decision. Because I'm not knocking working with other people by no means, but I'm knocking the ability or the inability to set our own terms and to work with folks on our own terms, and they do that when they know more than us, when we're not aware of what our value is and what we bring to the table, and where other people will sell out just as quick. And I think that's why we have to support each other. When one of us don't do shit, the boycotts are powerful, because as soon as all of us say, nigga, no blacks is playing in the NBA, we starting the BBA, you know what I'm saying? And then the BBA becomes a shit, but it becomes a hard road. It's broke as fuck starting out, but it will become the shit, and the NBA will be nothing. Nothing, but nobody is willing to take that sacrifice up front. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. That's any industry. It's like we have to take that sacrifice. Because what we sacrificing is damn near what so many people really fought for. Like, they just want that job. They want to be paid as much as that white man at that white company. But they never think, like, we can own the company. Right. Like, if they only allow white owners of these companies, then there's still another layer of shit that we ain't even thinking about that we got to fight for. And I think that's why we always have to be aware of the different levels of shit and be active, or at least aware of certain degrees, of all degrees, so we can play a certain amount of a role in fixing it. If it's not speaking on it, teaching on it, working, like you say, some self-help, putting some awareness out there, controlling your own media and your own narrative, all that shit is important. That's why I say podcasting is important, because, man, you control the narrative. Another motherfucker might dictate what this motherfucker's all about, and he not say shit. Oh, he got braids or whatever, man. He's a thug, he's a dope dealer, he's a hustler. You know what I'm saying? And oh man, he got a chest. Oh, that motherfucker sell big dope in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? If he don't say his story, then with that said, it's gonna be what everybody believes. So having your own narrative and always speaking your own truth is very important.
Right. So let me give my little 2 cents on the Deshaun Watson.
Oh shit.
Okay. So I'm a nigga that's always on YouTube, always on whatever media site that's showing the story. Right. So I'm watching court depositions and all this type of shit. Right.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah, I'm one of those, because if I want to know about something, I'm not just gonna take face value. I'm gonna dive deep.
You gonna research.
Okay, so they had a deposition where they asking this nigga Deshaun Watson particular questions about certain females that he was doing whatever he was with, right? So they were all masseuse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this nigga, right? Call me crazy, nigga. I believe the nigga should have got the whole year this year too. Right? So this nigga he not just getting masseuse, that the team is like, okay, we got this masseuse over here, we gonna set you up with her, and he going over there acting foul with them. No, it wasn't like that. This nigga is on Instagram and Facebook, and a bitch say that she can fucking massage a nigga. He's inboxing her like, hey, I'm coming through. No team, no nothing. He done went a certain deposition, right? He's going to a female's who's like younger than 21, 22 years old. He's going to her mama house. He's waiting around the corner, nigga. He's waiting around the corner. I heard this from his mouth. He's going around the corner, nigga, waiting for her mama to leave, for him to go to her house to get a massage. This nigga got a towel as big as that fucking NFL halftime show towel, nigga, which is like 12 by 12. So the dude is like, so you waiting around the corner for her, right? He like, yeah. He like, how you find her? He like, I found her on Instagram. Was she a masseuse? He was like, I don't know. Feel me? She said she do massages. Was she licensed? I don't know. I just heard she did massages. Was she cute? Oh, I wasn't even worried about how cute she was. No, the bitch is bad. You saw the bad bitch, and you was like, shit, I'm Deshaun Watson. I'm about to go fuck this bitch, right? So he's showing up with this 12 by 12 towel, which is like this big, that big. He getting up under there butt ass naked, right? You know what I'm saying? He getting on there butt ass naked, and he like, yeah, massage my chest. Hard as a motherfucker. Moving the towel. You feel me? Yeah. So just think, that's only one broad. Yeah. He did this to 26, 27 broads. Right. So you know what I'm saying?
He admitted to this?
He admitted to this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the NFL had a problem with that nigga only getting the 6 games. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was out there preying on bitches, excuse my French. He was out there preying on women that ain't got shit and ain't really doing shit and telling them he'd give them $500 for this massage. Right? If I'm at the house and I'm giving fucking Uncle Larry a massage for $20 every other day, and I tell people I'm doing the massage and this nigga come with $500, oh, you butt naked? Oh, okay, I got you. I got this oil.
Have you ever had a massage?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about a massage. I get massage weekly. I get massages weekly.
I had one Sunday.
So let me tell you, you're naked.
Yeah.
They use oils. These girls just weren't experienced. I've seen Instagram masseuse. Right. I've seen it, so I get where he's coming from. The team masseuse charges thousands of dollars. Of course, you're gonna find somebody who charges less.
Right, exactly.
If they don't massage, I'm gonna be candid. If you don't massage my butt, because I have muscles there. If you don't massage my full body good enough, I'm gonna be pissed. Right. And I'm giving you $500. So these Instagrams. So now I do have because we talked about this in the shop. I didn't put 2 and 2 together because I really haven't been following his thing because I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care.
Right.
It's not a big thing. When I heard about it, and then when you said something, because we talked about it, I get massages regularly. They bill just because of the work that I do. So these I've seen. I have a client who does massages. So I follow him, so I get other men who claim to be masseuse, like these women, and it looks good, but I know what a real massage is.
Right.
So these women should not have been saying they were masseuse, first and foremost.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, true. I'm a woman. You shouldn't have said you were a masseuse because you don't know what you're doing. You saw Deshaun Watson in your inbox and thought this was a come up. If you can say that you do a celebrity, you can say I'm a celebrity masseuse and get and charge more. They didn't know what they were in for, so they got scared and went on about their business. That's like my daughter. My daughter, who is 21, is gonna tell somebody, wait until my mom leaves the house and then you can come in. Right. You have to remember, you have a 22-year-old. They're not thinking like we think as adults. Right. So I don't know. I don't think it's fair. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's fair.
I think because, like you were saying,
did he penetrate them?
He didn't. He didn't fuck none of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
He knows what a real massage is.
Maybe
how much
so.
A real massage
but
costs.
I think, like you were saying, both of the parties took it. They went over. They was trying to get over on each other. Mm-hmm. She was trying to put in her books that she was a celebrity, and he was trying to get the cheaper massage.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So how do you explain 20-something of them?
20 people did it.
I mean,
he was in the market for it. But the whole thing is, it's like if that's what you're looking for.
Labor.
He trying to get the cheap labor, just like the white people send stuff to China.
Whatever it is, like you're always looking for like a babysitter, like
exactly.
And you know what I'm saying? It's
exactly.
like, man, I need this done.
Exactly.
I need a service. I don't care if they're licensed.
And he knew they weren't good
like
enough.
Tattoos.
They weren't good.
Like
so he went to different ones. No, I don't think he should be suspended. I think last year he did enough time. Give this man, unless he really did something to them physically. No, they shouldn't have been lying. He shouldn't have been trying to get a cheaper massage.
I feel you.
I feel that his punishment was his punishment.
But I mean,
and he don't work with women.
You getting $230 million, right? That's like somebody you getting 200. We gonna put it as dollars, $230, right? They say, okay, I'm gonna give you this $230, right? Right? Yes. Give me that hat, $230. But you ripped the tag off, so I'm gonna give you $5 less. Right. Any nigga is still gonna take that.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I'm gonna still take that. You know what I'm saying? Because that $5 million is probably just taxes for him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Well, then that goes into the big industry of it. It's like whatever he did wasn't that big. Like that's what it cost him. That's what they had on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people whose influences are bigger, they got more shit on. You know what I'm saying? And it costs them more shit, and it's more shit they are not down with or try to change. So I think you got to be careful from the beginning. Like whatever your vices are, you keep it with you and your woman and your Google browser or whatever the fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like you don't have to be
Or you keep
everywhere
that shit
with
within,
your shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
keep that shit within a certain close knit community.
Well, and they
You know
do,
what I'm
and that's
saying?
but see, the scary thing with that is the community. Hollywood is the community. Athletics is the community. ESPN is the community.
Right.
NFL is the community. So
But
there's
he-
a lot of shit
but
you
he
keep
getting
in that
random
shit.
bitches.
He should have
getting
just went to
random
the
bitches.
Asians and paid $60.
You know, yeah, you feel me? When you getting random bitches, you get whatever comes with a random bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting, like she said, they charge thousands of dollars for the team masseuse. You picking bitches off of Instagram. You picking 20 of them. So what's
But
gonna
who
happen?
put the 20 together?
Listen.
Obviously, when they got their money, they wasn't tripping. So
Not at all.
something
That's
unified and orchestrated
It takes one.
the whole shit.
That's what we never realized. It only takes one to go to fucking Gloria Albright,
Yeah.
and then another bitch gonna say, "Oh, I gave him
I
a
did
massage.
too, yeah.
I gave him a massage." Now we got a class action lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Now we can all sue this motherfucker at the same goddamn time. Okay, he may have gave that bitch $500, but now she gonna get $1 million behind closed doors because shit, she with Gloria Albright. She may have to give her a third. She just came up 700 and some thousand saying some extra shit. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, don't put your fucking self in that position to be with all
that's
these
the
different
whole
bitches.
point, and that's the whole thing.
That's the whole
Did he have to end up paying all these women?
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
paid
paid
all
them all
of
of
them.
them.
Yeah, he
He
paid.
had
paid
to
all
settle
of
with
them.
all
Yeah.
of them.
He paid all of them?
He had to settle with
Undisclosed
all of them.
amount.
Yeah, had to settle.
If you got 26 bitches, right? And it's an undisclosed amount. You give them all $1 million, right? Out of your $230 million
Or
minus the
500,000 or
right?
20,000, whatever was a lot to that girl.
Whatever was a lot to that
Whatever
girl.
she thought was a
but
lot.
we can say that, but they got Gloria Albright.
Yeah.
That bitch ain't playing.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't playing. If you
A
go
mil
back in
per
history,
client.
any fucking celebrity client that done did something to 5 or more broads, they was all under Gloria Albright, and they all got fucking paid back. You know what I'm saying? She is the fucking leader. She is the cult leader of all
Me Too.
of the
Yes.
Me Too movement. She is the one. She
Queen
is the
Me
attorney.
Too.
Yeah, you feel me? So shit, we done been over 2 hours, man. We
Oh,
gonna
shit.
cut this short, man. I'm sorry, but
All gotta leave.
yeah, man, we all gotta leave. This is brought to you by Famously Broke. You know what I'm saying? FamouslyBroke.com. Famously Broke on Instagram. And to my boy Swaggy D.
Swaggy D, you know what I mean? I just want to say thank you, Jason, for coming through and
Much
you know what I
appreciated,
mean?
brother. Thank you.
Dropping some knowledge down and showing your input. You know what I mean? Appreciate you coming on the show.
Anytime.
You know what I mean? This is brought to you by Nuwave Barbershop, Famously Broke. You know what I mean? My boy Pasadena Sean in the building.
Whoa.
Appreciate everybody being here today. You know what I mean?
And you what, nigga?
And I'm out.
That nigga ain't even drunk, y'all.
That's him sober.
I'm acting like I'm drunk today.
On the real. So we gonna go around. What's your Instagrams?
My Instagram is at Mr. Swaggy D. You know what I mean? Holla at your boy Fergie Ferg on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, he almost famous. Let's go.
Almost
Got the shirt
famous.
to prove it.
Yeah, let's go. Miss Nia.
It is Braids by Nia Sutherland and Facebook Braids by Nia Sutherland. Like my page.
She finally showed herself, y'all.
Oh yes, you see me.
You know what I'm
you see me
saying?
live and in the flesh.
Yeah, you feel me? Camera ready. You know what I'm saying? So now y'all got a face to the voice.
Yes, yes you
You know what I'm
do.
saying? For
I'm
sure.
not fat and ugly.
Ah! I bet that's what bitches was thinking.
You
like,
already
that
know
bitch
it with
fat.
all the shit I talk.
That bitch fat.
She fat, she
ugly.
ugly.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Trim and slim. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Amen. Yes,
Man,
sir.
Pasadena Sean on all outlets.
Amen.
sir.
And the album is?
What's Understood, man, out on all platforms.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Pasadena Sean, What's Understood. And my boy, plug yourself, man. Plug yourself.
Man, you guys can catch me in a lot of pregame at Instagram at Hardway Hardin. Twitter at Hardway Hardin. I don't be tweeting much, but I think it gets like Facebook residue. I think it reposts what I post on Facebook. So you can contact me on anything, and I'll plug you into what I'm into or where I'm at the time. So
Plug the
TikTok,
workshop.
Jason Hardway Hardin. On Facebook, Hardway Hardin, Life of a Boss, the podcast. You can like and find all that stuff. Lifeofaboss.net, hardwarenterprise.com, madeindina.com, and hit me up. Like I said, I'm on everything. There's a lot of free game, a lot of free content that we just give away, a lot of products, a lot of ways to get involved. And we stay active when we stay working, and we stay with events. So come check us out if you want to be involved in the Southern California area, or if you're way on the East Coast and just want to come out here just to fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And you got a podcast workshop
Coming
next
up
Saturday.
next Saturday, man.
You know?
August 27th from 2 to 4 p.m. Only $25, man.
Yeah.
So get the crash course on how to do all this shit for $25, man. Valuable class, man. Giving away so much game, and you want to take advantage of it.
Yes, sir.
Amen. So get your last words.
Man, well, one thing I'd like to say is I'm very proud of you brothers, man, because I like the speed in which y'all implement shit and really the level in which y'all grown in just 20 episodes, but even the planning that goes into it and just investing in yourselves and taking the opportunity to create your own voice and your own platform and seeing the opportunities behind that, because I think recognition is very important. The quicker you can recognize shit and apply real game that's out there is really what dictates our level of success. Success is built on how quick we apply what works. And seeing y'all applying what works and really being out there and starting, you know what I'm saying? And really having a platform and putting this shit out there and creating your own narrative, man. I love that. It inspires me. It keeps me doing what I do, even though, like I said, I probably give a lot of other people game. People give me a lot of inspiration, a lot of game, and a lot of reasons to keep doing what I do. So thank you, brothers, for having me on here.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, for sure.
Right. No
I
doubt.
think he said it all.
Yeah, he said it all, man. You remember, slow feet don't eat, man. You got to hustle to win, man. And just because you got that money don't mean them niggas is your friends, man. And this is Nuwave Shop Talk, episode motherfucking 20. Can I get some noise around this bitch?
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Whoa,
Yes, sir.
And we out of this motherfucker, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh, and I'm at Dina Boy Juice.
Well, that's awesome, man.